brand new banger.
I'm like, yo, man, this is bullshit, and blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, man, maybe it's meant for a reason.
Always thought of it like that, bro. You really fucked up.
Like, I can't get rid of this thing.
Life was easy. Fuck out my face.
Yeah, what it was. I expect you to do the bare minimum, because then what's the point?
True. To do that, I went and got one from the aisle, you dumb fuck.
And shut the fuck up and lay low.
You're a female, like, you could work your charms in certain situations that I wouldn't be able to. You know how much free shit you gotten? Shit. One said word of mama, shit. Oh, got him. We understand it's gonna bother you. Some of us went through it. Some of us are gonna go through it.
Yeah.
Well, we wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to go that deep with you. You don't really know what you want to share with my heart.
No, look cock. Send hook, send cock.
I do not agree with these guys. Word.
Get the fuck out of here. They're doing something important.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here, asshole.
Get the fuck out of here. Don't you come back.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the farm ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, it's the Toe and the Show. We back on Friday nights, baby. It's Friday night, and you know we feel all right. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Toe Tags. We live in the building. We are live in the building. As always, we waiting on a show. He likes to make his entrance. He likes to put on a show when he gets in here and shit. It's all good, though. How's everybody's week been going? Yo, this week has been on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like this week has been on some other shit, and we need to end this bullshit. Every day felt like Thursday, except for today, where today didn't feel like Friday, and today was Friday. It's like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on here? But shit, man. Yo, how's everybody's week going? Tonight we got some topics. You know, we actually spoke about yesterday. I don't know why my leg is all itchy and shit. That's a problem. Try to do something for yourself, and everything wants to come back and fucking bite you in the ass and shit. But yo, yeah, man. So I've been looking at camera lenses. We're gonna stall until show gets here. Don't worry, I'm good at this. I've been looking at some camera lenses, right? And it led me into some cameras, some used cameras. And don't get me wrong, you know, they're not in a price range that I can afford. What's going on, normal guy? Like, yo, I'm looking at some of these. I see it like $100 camera, right? And I look it up, and it's decent. If we're gonna just use it for streaming, for like show shit, or for somebody's getting, I mean, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad. Just to get the quality going and shit like that. You know, because even an old camera that has clean HDMI would be way better than a webcam. It'd be way better than a webcam. You know no matter what webcam you get, one of these mirrorless cameras with a proper lens and sufficient lighting will look better than a than a webcam. If I plug this shit in, it gives me 720p, and that looks better than a 1080p webcam. It look better than a 4K webcam because those sensors on there are too damn small. You know what I'm saying? So I've been looking at that. You know, just because, you know, we're gonna start recording shit and all that other stuff. I want to have a good lens. I don't like everybody's talking about these lenses, and I want to get like a zoom lens so that way I don't have to go in too far. But the lens I have here, they say, is the best lens for streaming. And if it's the best, like, it gives you this much room, but when I take it outside and I record shit, that shit looks good. You know what I'm saying? So I might not even need another lens. I don't know, man. We'll see what we need back in the day. What's going on, Hoch? What's going on, bro? Yo, today when Show gets on here, we're gonna be talking about explaining to kids transsexuals. I know Show wanted to talk about it. I don't have kids, and to me, you know, I'm pretty sure my mindset is different than a parent's mindset. So we're gonna get Show to be talking about that shit. I also want to talk about what depression looks like in a man, because I saw this one podcast. Yeah, that's right. I got the chest bender. Where you at, Lay? We out here doing this shit during the podcast, baby. What's going on here, Lay? You know, I was watching this one thing on Instagram. It was like a clip. Two women talking about what depression looks like in a man. And, you know, I don't know. I want to get y'all opinions on what y'all think that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Because in all honesty, I love how people are like, oh, you never see it, right? You never see it, but like, it's in your fucking face. You see it. You just ain't paying attention. Like, you ever seen somebody look like sadness is not hard to hide, right? I mean, it's yeah, like you can tell when someone's sad, but the only attentive people that I know about are men, and people were like, oh, men don't notice shit. We notice everything. Problem is, half of the time we can't talk about it because we don't know how you're gonna take it. And, you know, it'd be like, yo, it's not our place. We don't want to get involved in shit. Or it's like, oh, you know, she's just gonna think this or that. But I'm the type of asshole that goes, Wagwan girl, why you look so sad? You know what I'm saying? And they might be like, oh, I'm not sad. I'm like, yeah, what's going on here? What's up? And then they do the whole, oh, you know, this, that, and the third and shit. Because, or, you know, if you see them change their hair drastically, like, yo, you dyed your hair? What's going on here? What did this guy do to you? And they start laughing and shit because they know, you know that they know. And they start laughing and shit. And then they're like, oh, these men don't notice. We notice. And it's just, we don't say most of the time. Like I said, I'm the asshole. I'll say it. Because I'm an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem saying the shit. Because, you know, what's going to happen? I don't expect nothing to come out of it anyway. So, you got a problem? There you go. But yeah, man. I want to get deeper involved with that. You know, also, if we got time, I want to talk about why all these women alter their bodies so much. Like, I know we're in an era where everybody get the, you know, BBLs and all that other stuff, but it's almost like, happy Cinco de Mayo, normal guy. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We was having a bet who would be the first person to mention that shit. And it was you. And I just won $50,000 from Kenny. He doesn't know that we betted, but because you came in, we did, and now he owes me money. That's right. So somebody go tell Kenny he owes me money, and he can't back out of it. I'm tired of him backing out of bets he didn't know he was in. Legally, he can't do that. But yeah, you know, I know we're living in the era where BBLs are a thing and all that stuff, but it's like, yo, do y'all not like how women look normally? Because I'm pretty sure, like, you know, women change their body because men find things attractive. Like, all right, men like fat asses. Now all of a sudden there's an abundance of fat asses everywhere. But it's like, yo, how do y'all feel about a woman that has natural body? Or like I'm not talking about like naturally stacked. I'm just talking about like, yo, just she's natural. Because I honestly don't care. Like, I like big bust, big tits, you know, little tits. I don't care. It's like some people it looks normal, like it looks good on them, depending on what their body is. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen thick girls that want to get skinny, and I'm like, wow, you hot as a motherfucker right now. Oh no, I gotta be skinny. And then you see them lose weight, and they look so drawn out, and it's like, damn. Like, all right, you skinny, but you got the skeleton look on here. You know, like you like, yo, be natural with your shit. Like, I'm not here to tell people how to look, but don't don't do it because your mind is fucked up. Like, this one model, she's fucking gorgeous. She might not be all up there, but she asked her followers like, "Oh, should I get a boob job?" And I'm looking at her like, "Yo, your boobs are fine. You don't have small boobs, you don't have huge boobs, but you got boobs proportionate to your body. Like, what are you gonna accomplish getting huge ass boobs? It's all for attention, right? Is that what we're going with? Is that what we're saying that they're doing? Because that's what we give them. Not for nothing. That's what we give them. You stick a sock down your pants to make your fucking cock look bigger. It's because you want girls to look at your dick. You want the attention. So I'm equating it to that. Like, I don't know. I don't know women that have fake tits and men just start handing out money. Like, they're walking down the block like, oh, you got fake tits? Here goes $5. You know what I'm saying? It's just attention. Now you got people fucking trying to, you know, you just want to stop traffic pretty much. Pretty face with no makeup is my weakness. Yo, not for nothing, I'm a sucker for nice eyes and a smile. It's weird, bro, because there be chicks that are like, if you sit back and you pay attention to them, like, yo, this girl is kind of miserable, but she seems cool. But there's always a problem with her. Like, she's always sad about something. She's always this, always that. She's kind of miserable. But those moments that she smiles and she starts, and she give you that look, it's like, damn, this bitch is hot. And all those problems go away. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and that's another thing. No makeup. If we can see if your face looks like the beach, I feel like that's a problem. You know, if you know, everybody got them makeup tutorials, and I be watching them shit sometimes because it be on the TikTok, the tickety-tock shit. I be watching it, and you see them beat the shit out of their face with the small Dean, the small Dean handball. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, it's like they think their face is $25,000 alpaca. They blotting that shit in, just and then you put a conditioner. This one girl's like, this is the secret to my good skin. I got 52 fucking gels I put on my face. Like, honey, you have nice skin because you're fucking 19 years old. Like, I don't know. Did you not know you don't have acne, but you're young. And I know people want to take care of their skin and all other shit. That's fine. You put your little lotion on, do whatever you need to do. But yeah, you killing your face. You know, in all honesty, like, I even spoke to a OG woman. I call her OG because she been at the job longer than me, but she keep it real. She'll fuck you up. And she was even saying like, yo, you gotta let your face breathe. So that's why most of these girls, they start wearing makeup, and by fucking 26, 27, they're looking like they're 36, 37. It's like, yo, your face hasn't seen the air. Like, they haven't felt air on their face. 45 pounds of makeup is not, it's not good. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you go out, you put your makeup on, and you're like, damn, she looks stunning as fuck. But, you know, every once in a while, you gotta put your face on, go to fucking the Galleria or wherever the fuck you going, you know, the fucking ball or wherever that you girls want to go and all that shit. But it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Ray? No spoilers. No spoilers. I'm going to watch the movie tomorrow, 10:45 in the morning. No spoilers. I'm probably going to have there's going to be a video after the time we see it. And we'll probably give a quick review on it, Ray. But definitely want to hear what you got. Tomorrow, also, we have a lovely young lady from the UK who wrote her first comic book. She got, we had the privilege of reading the first issue, which is kind of dope. And tomorrow at 4 p.m. our time, which will probably be around 8 p.m. her time in the UK, we're gonna have a special interview with her. It's gonna be a special issue of the Knucklehead Comics. We're gonna do an interview with her, and we're gonna find out about her comic and everything about her and how it, what it takes to make a comic and all that other shit. So that should be fun. That should be fun. Tomorrow's gonna be a special episode, Ray, just for you, man. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't like. Listen, I've seen chicks that have fake booties, and don't get me wrong, I like all of them, but I would still be on some like this girl got a fat ass. Like, damn, she got a fat ass, and I would still look at that fucking chick with no ass, look at her and be like, something that's kind of nice. You got the nice, they got the nice jeans on. It's like it's almost like a square, but it's like they got the nice jeans on that fit it nice. They walk and it contours to their body and shit. And you're like, something, not for nothing. I'll take a fucking bite out of crime. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a bite out of crime. Shit. That's all I'm saying. Is like, yo, I don't know who you doing it for. And if you say you're doing it for yourself, I guess so. But you might need to do something more than just get fucking surgery. Like I understand some people, their weight is out of control, or they do whatever they can to lose weight and it doesn't happen, and they do the surgery to like lose the weight. Either they close the stomach or they get the lipo or something. Like I understand that because the shit is difficult when you have the right mindset, but it's also you got to change your whole lifestyle for it. And it's not like you got to change your lifestyle for 3 months and then you go to your goal and then you're good. Nah, you got to change your lifestyle forever. And it's not like, you get the surgery and it's easy street. You still got to put in the work to maintain it, to actually get it off, depending on which route you went. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But the one thing that I always say is like, you got to get your mind right first. Because you can't expect, like most people do it for health reasons. And, that's why you do it. But like the alterations for their body. It's like, if you're not happy with your body, that's not physical. That's something mental. Like you gotta be happy with yourself, because the same shit that you're gonna have when you're depressed, thinking that you're gonna get a new body and now all of a sudden life's gonna change. Life don't change. You're still gonna have the same life. The only difference is more people gonna show you attention, and more people are you're gonna attract more shit you don't want in your life. 11-point lead to Boston. Yo, did the Lakers lose? Yo, the Celtics are supposed to lose this round. I told somebody they were going to lose. They're supposed to lose. I don't know what the problem is. All right, Game 3 series tied is at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. Yes. And then the Knicks, 3:30 tomorrow. And then what is it? The Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets are at 10. Okay. Yeah, so keep us informed, normal guy. Keep us informed. You know what I'm saying? But yo, what do y'all feel like? I know there's some guys that like the fake shit. And hey man, to each his own. But I never understood it. Like, you can say, it's like, well, why do guys need a sports car? Because there's a lot happening in the sports car. You know what I'm saying? It's not most people get a sports car not because it looks good. That's by default. The sports car looks good. It's the luxury that comes with it, the handling, the leather interior, the details, the power, being in control of all that shit. And I get it. I'm pretty sure women want all that control with their bodies and shit like that, because it's a fucking sick game that we have with men and women. It's like, oh yeah, every man's lusted for you, so you got some power over them. But then once you give up the pussy, it's over. Power transfers and all that other shit. It's like, yeah, because that's weak-minded people. In all honesty, it's weak-minded people. I heard somebody say that when women get older, they lose their value because their value is to give us peace and all that other shit. But you know something? In all honesty, women get older, they don't lose their value. It's just everybody's conditioned to go after young people. You know what I'm saying? It's not for nothing, man. Maturity says a lot. It says a lot. But I don't, man. I don't know. I don't like to buy into this whole fucking men and women shit. Cause it's like all of those factors that everybody looks for, like somebody's age, somebody's height, somebody's weight, somebody's breast size, somebody's waist size, somebody's bank account size, somebody's hairline, somebody's, this, that, the third, like all those things are like superficial. They're all shit that doesn't make somebody special. You know? Like this is what I don't like. If a 6'5" guy walks into a room, automatically he's a high value guy to these women because they all want tall people. But that doesn't factor into the person that he is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't factor into anything. Like, you having fake tits doesn't change who you are. It changes how you look. And all that look is a presentation for people. The same way if you lose weight. Doesn't change who you are, it changes how you look. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're giving out this presentation to people. What do you want them to see? You want to see somebody that's in shape or, that looks a certain way. And then what? Because you want them to be attracted to you. Okay, cool. And then what? Like, what else is there of you? Because there's plenty of women I've spoken to, like, yo, you're fucking gorgeous, but I can't talk to you for shit. Like, one, you're not giving me the time of day, but it's like, also, it's like, I try to tell you something, and it's like, you ain't even listening. I'm talking to a brick wall, or you just dumb as rocks, or nothing about you is interesting. So, can I fuck? No? All right, yo, I'm gonna go over here. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It's not just the pretty ones or the gorgeous ones, but that goes both ways. I've seen chicks that were like, well, this one and all that, but what's up? And they ain't got nothing about them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when are we going to start transplanting that into people? You know what I'm saying? When are we going to start transplanting that into people? Fucking people having some kind of personality. People being able to fucking talk without having to worry about shit. You know? And that also leads to, like, having a strong mindset, being confident in who you are, because when you're not confident, a lot of things fucking, when people attack you, when life attacks you, it fucks you up a lot. And, I was attacked, not like physically, but, I've been the past couple months, almost a year, like, I've been dealing with some shit. And it's like, I'm strong-minded. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know who I am. I know who I decided to be. As much as I say I try to find the younger version of me and all that stuff, because, after my mom passed, I went through some shit, but it's still like, I know who I was, the core of who I was. And nothing was going to tell me otherwise. So when people challenge you, they challenge your integrity and all this other shit, and they don't have no foundation to stand on. It's like, this because of your confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, your confidence knows that whatever they say is bullshit, and it's amusing now because they got no legs to stand on. They got no ground to stand on. You know what I'm saying? But when you sit there and you're not confident in yourself and you're not sure who you are, and you start changing things to try to find yourself, that's a deadly combination, man. Because you're not gonna have a good life. You're not gonna have, I don't even want to say fulfilled life. You're just not gonna have that life that you want. You know? I don't know. Yo, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy out there. It's like, life ain't easy. It's not supposed to be easy. You make life fun, and you make shit work for you. There's some people that, they have the personality and shit, and they just like, I just want bigger tits. All right, go ahead. Do you, honey. I'm not gonna stop you. Then you still cool as shit. You just got huge tits now. But if you one of those people that got small tits and think that having big tits is gonna make guys like you or this, that, and the third, it's like, well, maybe guys don't like you because of what you are. Maybe guys don't like you because you're too quiet or you don't You don't give them the time of day. Maybe because you a bitch. Maybe girls don't like you because you a dickhead or because you're too shy. You're not taking advantage of the situation. You're not funny. You don't know how to talk to people. You know, there's so many fucking factors that go into life. That's a lot more important than the way you look. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to think a lot, and sometimes still to this day, that I'm unsuccessful with 90% of my attempts because of my height or because of my weight and all that other shit. And then I'm sitting there like, I don't know, man. The victories I got were pretty cool victories. It's just you lose more than others. Some people it comes easy to. Some people, you got to work for it. But like I said, it's still one of those things like, hey, can't be for everybody. But just because they don't want you don't mean somebody else won't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna like if I would have altered my body, like I thought about it. Just because it'd be easier to get to the goal. It'd be faster to get to the goal doing that way than to working out because time is not on my side when it comes to having time in the day to do shit. And I'm an impatient man. So you know what I'm saying? But it still wouldn't be for me. But don't get me wrong, I do have the mindset of, yo, if I get my 6-pack and I'm looking stacked and all these bitches want to fuck, I'm sit taking them down and be like, Daniel, just fucking them back after back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like Daniel over here, just fucking laying pipe, call me the plumber and shit. All right, let's see what Daniel got to say. Part of it is society's fault for the current trends we've fallen into and the mistake that preaching that stupidity is cool. Between social media and the news and a couple of other things we're programmed. Let's see, Instagram, Twitter, and all the other mess have put us in bubbles where we hardly communicate anymore. I mean, you've ever got cell phone companies now saying, put down your phone occasionally. Yo, seriously, yeah, iPhone plugged in fucking apps and programs to tell you how much you're spending time on your phone. But in all actuality, you got the world in the palm of your hands. You have the world in the palm of your hands. If I wanted to talk to somebody right now, I can download an app. Scratch that. If you wanted to talk to somebody right now, you can download an app. As you can see from me and Pro's experiment, Pro has gotten a few hits. I got nada. I think I got one, and the conversation went to, hey, how you doing? I'm such and such. Unfollows. Like, okay, all right. Shit, I didn't like I don't know how you start a conversation, but introduction. It's like, have you ever wrote a paper for school? You have an intro, the body, and the conclusion. Like, come on, let's get through the intro first. Can I get your name? What's going on here? The only time the name is optional, but shit, if we're gonna have a conversation, let's start with that one. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You talking about the app profiles y'all did a while back? Yes, that one. Still nothing. Still nothing. You know what's crazy, Daniel? I was sitting here, I was like, yo, let me try something. And I put the thing from women to everybody. And I started seeing women that I didn't have on when it was just women. But then you get your men and all that other shit, right? So I'm like, all right, this one's hot, this chick's hot, this chick's hot, this chick's hot. I'm like, yo, are they putting, like, what's the difference between this woman and that one? So I don't know. I go to sleep, I wake up, yo, I have 20 matches and all of them are men. I'm like, oh. I put that shit back to when I was like, yo, I'm about to delete this shit for the 17th time. I'm like, yo, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it was like, yeah, this ain't working for me. And everybody's like, oh, you got to go out more and all that other shit. But go out where? Go out and do what? I'm not interested. Like, we do the wrestling shit, and the wrestling's dope. So maybe if you got if Sasha of Mercedes wants to come to Black Wrestle Fest too, come see me. We're gonna have a tape. You know what I'm saying? Now let's see what. Why is Daniel the only one talking in here? Shit, I appreciate you, Daniel, but everybody else gets to speak. You can say your mind and shit. You could fucking speak your mind. You know how we don't fuck around in this place. We don't fuck around in this place or this face. You know what I'm saying? But I'm messaging Lay. All right, there you go. But then he's like, yeah, someone else talk. I talk too much. Nah, I don't mind you talking. It's just like shit. Come on, man, be a part of this shit. Give me a reason to fucking talk back to y'all. When I went back to school, I had to write mad papers and all of them check for how I don't know what I'm gonna have to research that shit. Algorithms. Yo, you got your vocabulary is too high for me. Then you have to turn that shit down three notches. Three notches. You know what I'm saying? Turn that shit down. But yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. It's like I'm walking around my job, and I even talk to people throughout the day if I get the chance, and it's not hard. You know, it's not. Don't laugh at me, Ray. You know what the fuck happened. Means make sure I didn't plagiarism. Okay, that's not how you spell it where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jerusalem and play, but you take out the Jerusa and leave the rism, and now you have plagiarism. See? That's how we spell it. But yeah, what was I saying before Ray interrupted me? Shit. Yeah. So I go around and I speak to people. It's not hard. It's not hard to speak to people. Most people want to talk. Most people, like, you make a joke with them and they'll joke and shit like that. You catch them off guard and they like reset and they pop out of their fucking their funk, their mindset, their attitude, whatever. You could ask Hutch. The first time we went to a wrestling event together, we stopped by Walgreens for two reasons. One, we had the stall time so Jeezy could get ready. And two, we needed some snacks. These shits be long. Go there with a drink, with some chips, some snacks, you be chilling. So I put down, let's see if I can remember what I put. I put down an orange soda, an Arizona iced tea. I'm looking at you, Jared D. I know you watching this shit. Sour cream, Oots, sour cream and onions bag of chips, the big bag. Then my favorite chips and a pack of Twizzlers. Put that shit down the counter. And the lady starts ringing them up, and I go, listen, I don't know if they told you, but I got an email from the district manager of Rite Aid that if I buy all of these products in conjunction with each other, this shit's free. And she says, what? I said, yeah, if I buy all these things together, but today only, they free. And she's like, oh, no, honey, I don't know about that. I said, you didn't check your email? You didn't check your email? They supposed to send out to everybody. She goes, no, I didn't check my email today, but I don't know about that. We just gonna have to charge you. I said, shit, you know what? Because I don't want you to lose your job. Go ahead, charge. Fuck it. At least give me like 80, 90, 98% off. Show is in the fucking chat, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't know what your means from show, it means fuck all y'all. Yeah, right, show?
Yes.
See? He's here to admit to his shit. But yeah, man, we just chilling right now, show.
Game over.
We chilling right now till you get on, but yeah, man. So like I was saying, it's easy to talk to people. Like I'm here, don't want to hear. I don't want to hear it. Well, no. You in the chat. You not here. You there. There and here. Word. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the best at asking people out just because I like to make small talk and all that other shit. But certain times I'll be like, yo, I don't know. Let me get your number. You know what I'm saying? And then you text them and they don't respond. But it's still, at least it's like, hey, fuck it. You did what you do. You do what you do. But then, you see people that have better luck or better circumstances than you when it comes to shit like that. It's easier for them. And they're shy as fuck. And it's like, yo, I get it. I have this personality because I need one. I need this personality to get where I'm going to ever, do shit with women. But my man, if this shit comes to you easy, how come you don't know how to start a conversation? Like, have you never started a conversation with any of the girls you was talking to? Have you not had a conversation with anybody in the world? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. That to me is crazy when I see shit like that. But you get these, like, even when it comes to girls, it's like you see the girls like shyer than a motherfucker. And you're like, yo, every dude hits on you. And you literally have your pick of who you want. And you're shy. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here going, well, fuck it. Act like a bitch. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, like, why are you so fucking shy to talk to somebody when you literally talk to everybody? You're literally out here talking to everybody. Why are you so shy to fucking talk to people? You know what I'm saying? That's what it fucks with my mind sometimes. That fucks with my mind. It's like, I know why I don't have like, I'm smooth. Apparently to everybody I'm a fucking flirt. But I know why I'm smooth a little bit, but I don't know why somebody that gets everybody ain't fucking smooth. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy. It's like, there was a time when my strongest game was just waiting for somebody to come talk to me. I don't know what it was. I was cute back in the day, I guess. I would sit there, the girls I was talking to and give me time of day, but the ones that talk to me, oh, that's it, it's over. We out here. We doing it live. And Lay, if you watching, we out here doing it live again. We out here putting in that work. Because we the ones and everybody else the twos. Tell him, Lay. I know Lay somewhere. He got his phone on. He's probably bouncing the baby and shit. He's trying to, write on his phone with his eyes and shit. Yeah, man, that's something that always bothers. Like, it didn't bother me. It's weird. It's weird. Like, a person that has a plethora. That's a word that Cap uses. A plethora of choices. Has no game. Has no game. Shit, I'm starting to bring my suaveness, as you might say. Don't let Gigi hear this, but I'm starting to bring my smoothness, my killer player moves into the wrestling world. You know what I'm saying? Just sliding in and out of conversation, like, hey, what's going on, girl? How you doing? You want to come on our podcast? Nah, hold on. Let me send Gigi over here. Yo, Gigi, you want to get her on the podcast? All right, yo. Y'all two talk, because she said no to me. So let's see if she says yes to Gigi. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But then, then they see me and they're like, damn, that motherfucker was cute as shit. I should have said yes. And Gigi's like, hey, it's your lucky day. This is the chance. This is your second chance to say yes to the Knucklehead Network. And then they go, yeah, we gonna say yes to the Knucklehead Network. What? And then boom. Wait. Where's that show? Where's that? Come on, man. Don't fuck around. And then, nope, that's not it. I did that one on purpose. Got it! This is where Gigi gotta apologize. Yes. But that's how you open up the doors. That's how you open up the doors. Shit, I imagine all the chicks that I've spoken to that's in the wrestling world don't watch the show. And if they do, say you don't. And remember, I'm putting on a show for these guys, so I don't mean anything I said.
You are fake news.
But if you're not watching, I mean everything I just fucking said. Shit. That's a hell of a multitasking job if you can send a text and change a diaper at the same time. Yo, don't get it twisted. I think Lay has laser vision. He could shoot lasers and hit the buttons and shit. See? Fucking show over here fucking around. I don't know. That's gonna be a hell of a task to get Gigi to say the words I was wrong. Shit. Listen, I didn't say that. Y'all said that. All I'm saying is, what up, girl? You wanna come on the Gigi? Ask her. And she goes, I'm sorry for my friend. He doesn't get out much. The lawyer says that he got to watch some kind of events, and we're stuck with him. He has the car. Yeah, so we do the podcast from here, and I actually heard it. This is how you set up. You set up the pins. She knocks him down. That's it. That's it. And if Kenny's there, shit, they distract each other, and it's over. That's where I start getting pics with these people. You see me post up a pic with some of these wrestlers, Gigi and Kenny don't know where I'm at. I done lost them. I done lost them for about 10 minutes. They're like, yo, let me get a picture with you. All right, brother. Got him. Let's go, baby. Proof that these people know me. That's it. I go backstage. I go in the refrigerator. I take out a Yoo-hoo. That's my Yoo-hoo. I just fucking with y'all. But yeah, man. Where was we at? Oh yeah, they're talking to people. Yeah, man, the game done fucking changed, bro. The game done fucking changed. I don't know what it is anymore. There's some people that I be talking to them like, yo, you cool as shit. And then you listen to them. And you're like, wait a minute. And I know, can't be picky out there, but it's still like, wait a minute. Why are you saying? And show over here want to talk about Don't Think I'm Chilling. I know exactly what Show's doing. He got his feet up. He's eating a bag of potato chips. He got a fucking mouth in his hand. He just spit out the mouth going, shit, how he know that I got a mouth? I haven't had one of these shits in months. Damn, son, I can't even enjoy that shit. Now I gotta throw it out, and then he's gonna pick up a fucking Heineken when he comes down. He's like, see, I was drinking this the whole time. You wrong. Anyway, stop interrupting me, Show. Not when I'm pouring. So, like I was saying, yes. And you listen to him, and you're like, yo, I don't think I want to go on this journey. Like, I don't think I want to take this chance. And it's not like you're hearing the wrong, like, it's not like it's stupid. It's just you're hearing certain things like, oh, I don't like to cook. Oh, I don't like to do nothing. Oh, I don't do this. Oh, I don't do that. Oh, I think babies are the most important, but I don't want this. I don't. And you sit and you're like, damn, you don't do nothing? Like, I don't, maybe it's me, but I be hearing shit like this. Like, yo, listen, I would like somebody that can cook. I can cook, but I like eating food. You know what I'm saying? I like eating food. If it's homemade food, ooh, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? But like when I start hearing shit like that, oh, I don't like to do this. I was like, do you like to fuck? Because that's important to me. I want to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. You know what I'm saying? But then I know him. Yep. I know exactly what he got the robe on. He's like, oh, I'm gonna kill it. You know, he got the robe on. He's trying to get warm because he's saying that the basement too cold and shit. You know, he got his mouth in his the platano chips. I know that he still got the crumbs on his hands. He didn't even wipe his hands down. That's my man's crazy. With the bunny slippers. Shit. Man, living the good life over there. But yeah, man, it's crazy. You hear that? I don't know if y'all ever had a conversation with someone, man or female, had a conversation with someone. You're like, yo, oh, this, that, and the third. And then you should be like, oh, I hate doing this shit. Or I did this shit once. I'll never do that shit again. It's too much shit. And like, damn. Did the world get lazier? Because I've never, like, I've done shit and I'm like, yo, Oh, this is for sure. I guess hit him with the.
So what you saying?
You know what I'm saying? Did the world get lazier? Because a lot of people are complaining about shit, and I'm like, yo, I don't know about you, man, but I had to do so much shit for nothing. I grew up having to do all this shit for my grandparents, for my parents, for my next door neighbors. Like, we was the lackeys. You know, like, it wasn't, yo, give me the remote. Nah, it was go help your grandfather clean up the backyard and move the refrigerator. Go help your grandfather shovel the front and go shovel the church while you at it. Go help your grandfather paint the entire upstairs apartment. And it was it. Oh, yo, your uncle needs help building a deck. All right. We're gonna do that. That's what we do. All right, we gonna go outside, play football. Yo, guys, I need your help. We gonna move this couch over here. All right, let's do this. It was always something. Yo, there was one time we asked for help to move a refrigerator. We had this refrigerator underneath our porch for maybe, I want to say 15 years. Because I was young, maybe 15, 16 years. And my mom asked the whole block, move this fucking refrigerator. And I was like, all right, let's move the fucking refrigerator. No one showed up. So I got pissed off. It's like, damn, son. When y'all need somebody, I'm there. But when we need somebody, nobody there. So that's why a lot of the times I do shit. Like, you ask, show, I do shit. And I'm like, yo, I need help, but I don't ask for help. I just wind up doing it. Or if I really did ask for help, I still wind up doing it myself anyway. I don't wait for nobody. Because that's how it's always been. It's always been, well, you're going to have to do it yourself, so fuck it. So I pick up the refrigerator, and I'm tossing it down the alleyway. We had an alleyway, and now I get to the point where there's like 4 steps I got to go up. So I take the refrigerator, and I throw it up the stairs. And everybody that was supposed to help me is outside, like, just chilling. And they're going, what the fuck? And they see me throw the shit. And that's where I got the nickname Vin Diesel from. They're like, yo, my nigga, what are you doing? I was like, yo, you supposed to help me move this shit. But because I got to do this shit myself, this is the only way I can do it. and that's when I was like, yo, fuck it, man. We don't need no help. Usually the only person I asked for help was Cap or my uncle. That was the only people I asked for help. Other than that, and then, you know, when I got older, my boys and his brothers came and helped me and all that other shit. But it was like, yo, if Cap ain't here, I'll do it myself. Fuck it. But now we got the Knucklehead squad up in here. So, show, once he finishes relaxing in about 2-3 hours, let's say about 11:45, he's gonna come on. He's gonna help me do this show. Right, show?
Yes.
He pops in every once in a while. Just say yes. Nah, but yeah. So, what was I getting at with that story? Yes. So now we see that shit, and then in high school, I got a job for the summer working at Toyota, and I was working at Toyota, and then I graduated from high school, and I kept working at Toyota, but then I went to college. So I was working at Toyota full time, going to college full time, and I would leave Toyota to go to school, or go to school early and leave school to go to Toyota. And I'm like, all right, this is what we got to do. I'm driving an hour and a half to go to school. I went to school in Long Island. I'm working here. I'm not complaining about shit. Sometimes, like, damn, bro, these motherfuckers just keep coming. Other than that, that's it. Now, I'm like, yo, dude, this is easy. Look, this is easy work compared to what we normally do here. And you huffing and puffing and complaining. Like, what's gonna happen when we get real work? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. So, like, some people, they go through it, and I get it. But others, like, yo, it's phase 1. You ready to quit? Phase 1, you ready to quit? I'm like, yo, I don't know, man. That's what makes me weird. That's what made me feel weird about people. Like, you have the conversation. What's going on, Tyson? You have a conversation with somebody, and it's like, show no one. Like, most of the people in this podcast are our age. I want to say Gigi's a little younger than us. She's about maybe 22, 23, somewhere around there. Right, Gigi? So yeah, so they are about our age. So we've been through the struggle. We all know what it's like. So we do this shit and it ain't nothing but a thing. When people like show be always like, yo, bro, you pretty much do this shit 24/7. He condemns me all the time for how much I'm always on the podcast or I'm always trying to do something with the podcast when I can fit the time in or other shit. And I appreciate that. But like I said, this is something we did. But then the young kids, I feel like they're less active. I don't know. I don't know what the young kids be doing, but I feel like they're less active because I don't see none of them playing sports in the street. I don't see none of them doing nothing in the street. And everything in the palm of their hands. You know, like this one woman saying that her brother does the stock market and streaming, and she's like, he don't do shit all day. I'm like, you'll be surprised how hard that shit is. You know what I'm saying? But also, it's like, okay, he's streaming, he's doing this shit, but no one goes outside. No one's talking to each other unless it's over chat and shit. And I'm sorry, but it's very easy to talk to somebody over the phone. It's very easy to text somebody. It's hard to talk in their face. You had to master to talk in their face. And no one knows that shit no more. And people know how to talk in groups, but no one knows how to talk one-on-one. I'll be having the only conversation with a group of people, but let me be alone with one of them. And it's like, yo, it fucking feels like it's Friday, but it's only Tuesday. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. The news said we supposed to get a Friday, but they might take that shit away from us. Yeah, man. I'm like, damn, son, do you need a fucking audience to talk? You need permission? Like, who do I have to find to give you permission to fucking say a word? Like, in all honesty, like, shit. The fuck, man? I'm not asking you for nothing crazy. Just fucking a word here, there, somewhere. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. I say good morning no matter what time of the day it is. Because most of the time people say good morning. What? Wait a minute. It's afternoon. Don't do that shit to me. And then it's like, all right, there you go. At least I got some out of you. Snapped you out of your misery. Shit. I don't know what to fucking tell y'all people, but it's fucking ridiculous. You know, it's getting ridiculous. Can't have. I know Tyson is a pimp. We seen his page. Tyson is a pimp. He got the damn, what are those shoes called with the fish in them? He got the platform shoes with the goldfish. You know, pimping ain't easy, man. I understand you, Tyson. Tyson don't talk to these hoes, okay? Tyson just tell them what they want and they do it. You feel me? We don't have no conversation. I ain't got time for no conversation. Pimping like me ain't easy, man. We talking about money, but we ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now go get that money, hoe. That's Tyson right there for you. That's Tyson in a nutshell, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm telling y'all, there's got to be 30, 40,000 people watching us, and ain't not one of y'all motherfuckers saying nothing. And I'm getting tired of this shit because I'm trying to teach y'all how to talk to people, and I already done said it's easy to text people, and you bugging. Oh, that was another thing. Oh man, this is how I know I'm getting older. I used to go to school, come home. My homework was already done because, you know, I did it in school, but come home, play wiffle ball, football, watch wrestling, play video games, and then talk to a chick on the phone about 5-6 hours. Go to sleep, wake up, and do that shit every day and not be tired for one moment. Not be tired for one moment. Now, if I get off of this podcast at let's say 12:15, it's over for me. I don't go to bed until 2 o'clock. I wake up at 5:30. I get to work and I'm like, and then I'm happy the first hour and a half I'm by myself. I get to situate myself because then my supervisor comes in and the energy's there, and it's like, oh, fuck. And then, you know, throughout the day, I'll get my shit together. But it takes a lot longer for me to process shit now. Now, if I don't get my 14, 15 hours of sleep, it's over. I'm miserable. I'm miserable. Shit. So I'm happy I at least get 4 hours of sleep the week. But yeah, man. Maybe this is what they were saying about us back in the day? Is this what older people were saying about us, like our generation? Like, oh, we're lazy, or all they want to do is play video games and all this other shit and blah blah blah. Which is weird. If we're gonna talk about that, since you guys brought it up, talking about video games, it's weird how fortunate some people are for doing the shit that we used to do back in the day for free. Like, what we did back in the day was epic. You're never gonna see that shit again. They actually stopped the shit we did back in the day on this new shit. Back in the day when we played Halo, we would find 20 of us and go to the big team battle, 20 on 20, and just demolish motherfuckers. Or we'll have the 6 on 6, 8 on 8, or sometimes we'll split up the team, do 4 on 4. And yo, dude, the shit talking and all that shit. Who gets the most kills? Who didn't get the most kills? Who did this? How many sticky grenades? Yo, we're only gonna do handguns and snipers. We're only gonna do knives. Like, all of that shit that we did without no one seeing nothing was epic. Now you watch somebody playing, it's like, yo, bro, you have no idea the shit you could have did back. No idea the shit you could have did back in the day. You playing by their rules. That's crazy. We used to have the video game console, the N64, and the TV. Put the wire through the window, be on the porch, and play No Mercy or GoldenEye. Out on the porch, and strangers would be like, yo, can I get next? Like, yeah, all right, whoever loses. And then they'll play for one, like, yo, I gotta go, appreciate y'all. And then that's how we did it. It was, the community was like a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, you're a stranger, we have our eyes on you, but it still was like, it was like a family was living on that block. Yo, imagine we had streaming capabilities then. Imagine the shit we could have did. If shit was, yo, back in the day, I'm pretty sure the cameras back in the day were as cheap as the used cameras are now. Because I don't remember cameras being thousands of dollars. Like, I remember before, when I was looking at mirrorless cameras, it was like $450 for this camera. You know, and that was a mid-tier shit. You could get a decent one for like $300 and all that other stuff. And I was like, damn, all right, let me save up for this shit. And every year I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get one. It went up in price. And I'm like, yo, I don't remember. Like, how did this fucking $400 camera be turned into a $900 camera? And that's not even with a lens. Now it's like, now we got cameras that are $3,000, $6,000, $5,000. Like, what's the difference? Oh, this one's made with a better body. This one has this software in it, that software in it. It's like, yo, wait a minute. I'm paying you a $3,000 premium for software? You could put the software in that $700 fucking camera and everything be Gucci. Like, what happened here? You know, honestly, what happened here? The camera I got there is a good camera. Like, I showed y'all footage of the gimbal we got and all that, but I don't remember this shit being so fucking expensive. When not a lot of people used it, it was cheap. But now everybody want it. It's so fucking expensive. I know you got supply and demand. What's going on, Kofi? Kofi's in the building. I know you got supply and demand and shit. But this is a mess, bro. You taking advantage of these people. And the only reason why I got all this shit is because of Trump. If we didn't get those stimulus checks, none of this would be possible. I probably would just be now getting one of these cameras. Because I see one of them that I wanted. They were at the price that I originally sold them for and it's used. You know what I'm saying? So that's the crazy shit. You know, and then everybody's doing content creation and all that other shit. And it's like, bro, the content creation that we would have done back in the day would have been crazy. We had ideas. We made our own games up. We had our own leagues. I remember at one point we was trying to put together a handball league Me and my boys was just trying to put a handball league. We was trying to get a tournament. Like, imagine with the shit now. If I was still chilling, if I had time, let's say we had those jobs that you get like 4 or 5 days off a week, right? And we had time and I was chilling with my peoples. With the shit I got, so we could go to the wrestling shit. Oh, it would have been over. You would have seen videos of racquetball games, of handball games, all epic shit. And suicide, yeah, bro. We did so much shit. It's crazy. If we had cameras on us and we was trying to be famous like these kids nowadays, I'm telling you, these kids nowadays would not be dancers. The kids nowadays would have to do some epic shit to be watched as much as us. If we had the technology today and the shit we did back in the days, it would have been over. I know a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. We act like we're the best generation in the world and all other shit. But yo, let me tell you something. When you're doing shit and the whole park is watching you, you're doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing like being in a full park and it's your turn to play handball and everybody left to the other court or they went to play basketball and now the court's empty. There's nothing like when you get on, everybody's watching this game. Everybody's staying there to watch this game. It's like, yo, the dudes who's been running this court, I don't know. I've seen these two niggas play. These niggas is nice. Like, let's see what happens. And then me and my boy Deuce take the court. It's like, who next? Which one of y'all want it? You ain't getting this shit back. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Best generation was the 50s. People were forced to think. Yeah. I mean, it's just true. They had, they had to figure out a way to make music, to sell music. They had to figure out how to do everything. In all honesty, there was no. They had to do everything through the paper. You know, so you had to figure out how to get onto the paper to get your story told. You had to figure out how to get onto the news, into the radio to get your shit told. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you think Muhammad Ali was the biggest shit talker? Because he knew that the more shit he talked, the more shit he backed up, the more people want to see him, the more people want to see him lose. It's like Mayweather. There's no blueprint back in them days. You know what I'm saying? They had to do it. It's how it is back. Yeah. You know, yeah. Yo, not for nothing. I honestly feel like the Jordan, let's say the Larry Bird Kobe, the Larry Bird Magic, Jordan and after era, up until maybe when the dunk contest became a bunch of people we had no idea who they were. Either that or I'm trying to figure out a point. I guess when Kobe retired for basketball, these kids are going to have to do a lot more shit to make shit great. Because that was some of the best basketball we're ever going to see. The best dunk contest, the best 3-point shoots, the most contested games. Like, them shits went game 7s and shit like that. Like, there's fights on the fucking court. You're seeing, people get away with fouls. They're playing hardball. Like, you see these people. You see them put their fucking blood, sweat, and tears on the game. It seemed like this game was more important than anything. Now, you watch the game and it's like, oh, these guys are getting demolished because they can't hit a 3. They can't stop shooting 3s, but they can't hit a 3 either. And normal guy, you're supposed to keep us updated. Boston's winning 103-96. 3 minutes, 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Charging my phone, gonna get on. All right, cool, Kofi. Shit. We waiting on a show to get on to actually talk about the main topics. But yeah, man, yo, it's and that's the thing, man. Yo, so many of these people, so many of these kids nowadays have access to the plans that we made. Because you speak to a lot of people, it's like, yo, we gonna do this and then do that and then do this and then do this and do that. And then step one was failure. Step 2 was failure. Step 3 was failure. Step 4 was failure. It's like, damn, I gotta know somebody, and it's all failures. Like, then it's like, yo, the times changed. We grew up in an era where everything changed. Y'all know that? Depends on era mentality. Mentality of the person, because some people like ruthless aggression era better than attitude. It's all opinion and what people. No, yeah, I personally like ruthless aggression era because I felt like they had the better athletes with Eddie Guerrero, fucking Shelton Benjamin, Kurt Angle. Like, I like that shit a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the NWO and DX and all that other shit, but when it came down to wrestling, the ruthless aggression era reminded me of the 80s. It was like if the Attitude Era had the 80s roster, that's what it looked like. The Celtics winning. Yeah, I just informed people. No one got you late. But yeah, that's the thing. We lived in an era where everything changed. We grew up with computers, but we still was using notebooks and composition notebooks and all that other stuff. And then I remember we went from the composition notebooks to binders. And we had the separation in the binders. Like, all right, these binders are cool. And then it went from binders to now it's like every people want you to do everything on the computer. So it's like, fuck, I got a computer and I got to do this shit on Word and I got to type shit. And I don't know what the fuck I'm typing. So I'm typing it and then I got to print it out. And then it's like, all right, the computer, but you still had to do your research from the book. So you had to go to the library to get the books or read whatever you could. Then the computer went online. So everybody got online. And then now it's like, all right, we went from talking to chicks out in the street to now we're talking to people out in the chat room. And the generation evolved faster than me because I got to that shit late because, we didn't spend the money on that shit. So it was like, fuck, by the time I got there, it was mostly bots. But then we get to the chat rooms and it's like, all right, cool. Then we start seeing, all right, everything depends on the internet and then get the emails and all that stuff. But we're still, it's like the computers are there, but we're still doing things our way. And then they start making the Facebooks and the MySpaces and all this other shit. And it's like, all right, cool. And then you still did your thing. And every once in a while, you're like, yo, I put this up there. I got music on my MySpace. I got a background. Everything's dope. And I got friends. And I'm going to talk to this one. But I'm going to talk to that one. And then it was like, we didn't speak to them until we got on the computer. The whole day was still doing the same shit we normally did. It was just, and then came cell phones. Like, I'm not talking about, no, not cell phones, because we had cell phones when we was around 16 years old. And it's like, all right, then came cell phones. We're talking to people, but we didn't have the minutes, so we still had to be like, yo, can't call me until 7. All right. But then came the two-way. The two-way page where you fucking send text messages. And then everybody started sending text messages. Then you had the Blackberries. Then you had the PDA phones. And then you had the sidekicks. And then you had the iPhone. And it's over from there. Now this whole generation is built on technology that makes life easier for them. And don't get me wrong, it makes life easier for me. Yo, I drive everywhere I go. And I put the GPS on just so I can know the traffic. I don't even look at that shit. I drive with normal shit. But then I'll be like, damn, there's a red line. I'm going to be here for 20 minutes. Fuck that. Let me get off. We find another route. I'm not sitting in traffic. Sorry. Can't do it. And it's easy for me, but I remember we had to remember everything. I couldn't tell you what highway I'm on if I'm driving there. Be like, yo, what highway you on? I don't know, but I'm going towards the George Washington Bridge. Oh, you over here? All right, cool. Fuck, I need to know the name of this shit for. I'm on it. I know where I'm going. It's like, what do I need to know the name for this chick? Why I need to know her name? I'm on her. Shit. Nah, but yeah. So it's crazy. I remember when I started working at Toyota, I was always raised when you introduce yourself to a grown adult, not just a man, but also when like to an adult, shake the hand. When you shake the hand, you squeeze the hand. So I remember when I started working at Toyota, they were like, "Yo, this guy right here is gonna be your mentor." So I go up to him like, "Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such." Shake his hand, give him a nice grip. He looks at me, he's like, "Oh, okay, I see you, young Hercules." I was like, "Shit, my bad. I didn't mean to break your hand." He's like, "No, kids don't do that shit." Now I thought I was the only one that went in there and introduced myself properly. To everybody in that place. So now when people shake my hand and I get that little soft shit, he said, "Nah, I walk, so I know it." Nah, I feel you. I feel you. But when somebody shake my hand and I get that little soft shit, it's like, bro, I know we're not supposed to judge nowadays because nowadays everybody want to be accepted, and I get it. But if we're gonna sit here and talk about my opinion, it doesn't have to match your opinion. But I honestly think like it don't matter what you are, you should know how to do things properly, right? So females, I do not expect to grab my hand and try to break it. You know what I'm saying? Like they give you the whole little shit, you grab their fingers or whatever. I don't know. But you kiss the fucking the forearm or some shit. I don't know what you want, but I understand a female's gonna shake my hand. It's gonna be so dainty and all that shit. That's not a problem. But if a dude does that shit to me, I don't give a fuck if he's straight, gay, trisexual, bisexual, transgender, non-binary, fucking alien. I don't give a fuck. Put a grip on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a proper way to shake hands with someone. There's a proper way to give a high five to somebody too. Like if you're from the hood, when you try to do that, you know what I'm saying? You do that shit and you hear the clap and it echoes like, wow, you properly giving somebody a pound. Like, wow, what's going on, player? That's two friends giving each other a pound. You don't hear that echo, something went wrong, you gotta do it again. You know what I'm saying? No matter what race, creed, sexuality, and none of that. None of that matters. If you're gonna give a pound, you gotta do it right. And I know chicks that can do that shit right. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit like a handshake. It's not a handshake isn't for just males, but it needs to be done right. Like if you're gonna shoot a floater, you have to have the proper technique, the proper form. Everything has its own proper set. So it's always weird to me when I get a soft ass handshake. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird to me when I get a soft ass handshake from an older person. When when you shake the hand of an older person, you get that little handshake, and you're about to rip their hand apart, and it's like, bro, you got arthritis or something? Like, what's going on here? That's why a lot of the time now I get the little fist bump, like, boom, what's going on, bro? I don't wanna. I knew this one dude, he'll break your fucking hand, and I was like, I listen, it hurts, but I don't mind giving you a fucking handshake. What's going on, bro? At least you do this shit proper. At least you do this shit proper. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't. Is it? No one's teaching these people this shit. You think that's what it is? Like no one's sitting, pulling these kids to the side, like, yo, when you go into this room, you're gonna shake everybody's hand. Like when you're a kid, you go somewhere, you see your father shaking people's hands. And then you get the whole, oh, by the way, this is my son, such and such. Shake his hand. You know what I'm saying? And then you shake the hand. And then you get, like, I don't know about y'all, but me, my pops he worked with a company, my pops and my uncle, they work with a company called Children of Precious. So every Monday they would go and they would be in this organization. And if they were missing kids or anything like that, they would go and they would try to find where the kids were in conjunction with the NYPD. So when we did the holiday parties for them, Pops like shake his hand. So I would shake this one guy's hand, and this guy's like, "Hold up, let me show you how it's done." And he'll squeeze the shit out of my hand, and it hurt. He's like, "You see this? If you put the finger on the fucking palm here, and no matter how he squeezed, it's not gonna hurt you. So next time you get a squeeze, put your finger there." So it's like, all right, I did that. He squeezed it. Like, see how it don't hurt? Like, yeah, and then I squeeze, like, see, now that's how you shake somebody's fucking hand. It was man shit. Though, I know I grew up with me saying shit like this, but I want to make it clear. It was adult shit being passed down to the younger generation. Because like I said, this is not a sexually or gender specified action. If you're going to shake someone's fucking hand, do it the right way. Because I'm pretty sure when you know back in the 50s, like Kofi like said, that girls went to school to become ladies. They taught you how to properly, you know, give your hand out to somebody to shake. No other shit. There's a proper way to do things. A proper way to communicate and interact with people. You know what I'm saying? Shit, this one woman today. She's like, oh, what, you busy? You too busy to say hi? I was like, I passed by y'all. Y'all was having a conversation. I waved my hand. I didn't want to interrupt your conversation. You know what I'm saying? I was raised better than that. I was raised, y'all two talking. I'm gonna let y'all be. Since you interrupted your conversation, say hi to me. I'll say hi back to you. But otherwise, I walk by and I give the little wave, like, hey, how you doing? I acknowledge you. I see you there, but I'm not gonna interrupt you. That's it. Because it was always grown folks talking. I still have that that in my head. You know, like if grown folks talk, don't interrupt. And I know my age, I'm one of the grown folks now, but when I see other grown folks talking, I'm not going to interrupt them. I'm going to sit there on the side and I'm going to wait until it's my turn to engage with them or not. And if I got to sit there and I got to wait for fucking, God damn it.
Hello. Oh, I'm sorry to be late to work. I got a doctor's note. I did have time to get some popcorn though. Hold on, my bad. Respect, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Showing off in the building. I've been here the whole time. You just didn't see me. He didn't want to put me on the show. That's what it was. I was backstage the whole time. And
girl, fuck you, Mama Webble.
But good evening. It's my turn now. Let me take over the show.
You stop it.
I wanted to say everything he said is negated. Don't listen to him. Please don't cancel us. I will restore everything. First of all, women don't got to talk to you. Fuck that. They don't want to talk to you. They don't have to.
Oh, they got to talk to me.
They talking to a million people. And y'all keep looking at their booty. Y'all don't even look at their fucking eyes. They tired of that shit. It's like looking at they a piece of meat. You imagine that shit? Everywhere you walk, you can't bend over to grab a package, your ass, pew. Everything, your boobs. Everything has an ulterior motive. Why are you holding the door? What do you need?
Some pussy.
Why are you talking to me? What do you want?
Some pussy.
How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, bro. How you doing?
Coming with a bang. I'm doing good.
I hate you.
I almost finished what I was doing. I was like, fuck it, son. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to finish it by yourself. Like, I love you, Dad.
I mean, you could have.
No. I was hearing what the fuck you were saying. And I'm like,
Don't be rude.
I got to come in. No.
Shit. Well, you interrupted us. You interrupted us in the middle of a conversation. Nah.
What were y'all talking about?
Well, we was talking about how we would pass down knowledge from the adults, and now these kids don't know it. Like, we was talking about handshakes, like how to shake somebody's hand and shit. But then I was getting to the point where it's, when grown folks are talking, you don't interrupt them.
Oh man, they used to be ass whipping.
Yeah. So now even as an adult, it's like I see them people talking like, yo, I'm gonna sit here and I'll be like, when one of them acknowledges me, I'm like, yo, I just need to know this shit right here, and then you go back to your conversation. But you don't interrupt people. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a thing, and it's not gender specific. It was a thing that we learned. And I don't know if the people are not teaching the kids nowadays, or these kids don't give a fuck.
Parents are getting younger and younger, bro.
Yeah, that's one of the cases also. You got these kids teaching these kids how to be kids, but not how to be, how to transition to being adults.
They don't even know how to be kids.
Yeah. That was also
the reason you're in this situation is because you don't know how to be a kid. Because kids shouldn't be in this situation.
No, yeah, that's true. Shit. But I was also talking about how we grew up doing hard work.
We grew up to do during what?
Doing hard work. You know, when it was summertime, there wasn't, you know, we didn't go on vacations every year in summer, go to fucking Jamaica, DR for 5 months and all that other shit. It was like, yo, like in the winter, go shovel outside. Then
That's dope.
go shovel those people. Go shovel this shit.
We got a little help over the summer. They don't got nothing to do.
Word.
That's dope though. I want to start. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start that tomorrow. Tomorrow, I changed the oil to the car already. Again, a lot easier. Once you do it yourself, and you put the can back with your hand and not so much pressure, I took it off with my hand. Boop. So tomorrow I'm gonna teach them. I might flush the antifreeze. I don't know why I want to do it. 150,000 miles. I'm like, I might teach him. Might do it and teach him at the same time. I wanted to teach him how to do the oil, but that goes to what you were saying. I want to get back to that where you teach your kids stuff so that when they grow up, they're not like, I don't know how to do nothing. I don't know how to change the tire. My dad showed me how to change my oil. Like, I have never paid for that since I was 16. Like, I want him to say that.
Word.
Like many kids probably did back in the days.
Yep. And that was another thing is like, yo, when people taught you how to do shit, you learn. But then I remember we had a Ford Escort, and every week that shit shut down. And every week there was like 5-6 people working on that car, and I'm like, can I help you? Nah, this is adult shit. You got go over there, go chill with your mom or go play with the other kids. You can't be here right now.
You at the wrong table.
Yeah, people weren't afraid to tell kids get the fuck out of here. They were not afraid to tell kids like, yo, you don't belong here. Go over there with the rest of y'all.
That's because they weren't able to call the cops before.
Shit, my mom would have called the cops for me. She'd have been like, oh, you, hello? Yeah, this asshole got something to tell you. Go ahead, tell him. Tell him why you wasting his head. They won't let me work on the car with him. So, now hang up the fucking phone and put that shit back and go to sleep. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't give a shit. Go to sleep.
That was my mom's favorite saying. You could call them. It's taking what? How long? Hello? How long is it going to take you to get here? 5 minutes? It's going to take them 5 minutes to get here. I don't think you're going to make it.
Word. Or you get the whole, okay, you want to leave? Then give me everything I bought. Everything I paid for. Get that shit back to me right now. Your underwear, your socks, your shirt. You're going to have to go butt naked. I don't want, well, what's your choice? You want to go with them or you want to stay here? That's what it was.
You ever got kicked out as a 5-10-year-old? 5 to 10.
I was
going
gonna
drag you outside, close the door. Shut up. Get out. All right. Bye.
no, actually, it was the opposite. I wasn't allowed to go nowhere. Yo, dude, there were times where me and my brother would be, because we lived upstairs, we would be running up and down the stairs because my uncle would be like, come on, we going somewhere. My mom would be like, no, you're not. It's like, fuck. And we'd go run back upstairs. Like, no, get your ass down here. And then we run downstairs. No, you're not. Run back upstairs. Run downstairs. Run upstairs. Like, what are we doing?
Y'all both in trouble. Y'all got in trouble with both parents.
Yeah, my uncle was on some, yo, why are these kids upstairs when everybody else is playing down here? And my mom would be like, because it's 9 o'clock. And I ain't trying to be fucking, it's adult time. My uncle's like,
don't get along with nobody.
No, but I mean, these are kids from the block, so I got along. But it was one of those, like, my mom was like, yo, kids shouldn't be up this late. I don't give a fuck what these parents doing. My kids, go to sleep. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Your mom reminds me a lot of my wife.
Yeah, it was
the way they are with the kids.
Yeah.
We have a rule like that. Once the light come on, you guys better be here.
Yeah. And I don't give a shit who else is doing what. They're not my kid. You come home.
They'll come home. They got a phone. They'll call us. Oh, they'll call us or something. Oh, we're walking. Or we're looking for this. We're very good. I'm fortunate to have a great wife leading the ship.
Nah, I hear you. I hear
go
you.
ahead.
No, that's.
I was just giving big up on the side.
Yeah, not yeah. Word. I mean, it's rare nowadays. Like you said, kids are having kids, or you know, people that weren't prepared for it are having kids. You know what I'm saying? Because like Papa Yos,
Mhm.
he's a good father. You know what I'm saying? His kid is learning shit. He don't baby the kid and all that stuff. You know, and he's like, he hits his head. Don't do don't rush to him. He ain't crying. You heard that hurt? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, go play. That's how it is. Like, see, stop doing that shit. That's why it hurt. Don't do that no more.
I'll
So
tell you, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
because
You'll know what to do. You're a boy.
yeah,
But
most of the kids when they fall, they're looking around like, what the fuck happened? They don't know what happened. And then oh my God, it's like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be hurt. When everybody else does the yay, it's like, wait a minute, what? Okay, I'm gonna get up now. All right, cool. Get up. You be all right. You know what I'm saying? Which
Yep.
so now that you here, is I spoke about I'm pretty sure you heard about women and people altering their body. You know, I don't know if you want to give your opinion on that. Or
the women and what?
people. You know, mostly women, like they getting bigger tits or asses and all that other shit. Or because I also mentioned like people, you know, getting liposuction or the lap band surgery.
Would you do it? I actually, I don't have a debate, but there's a few people in my family that have done it or say they are gonna do it, and I feel like they used it as a scapegoat. Like some people, I have a family member that I don't feel like needed it. Like you just needed 15 minutes in the gym and you would have been perfect. But then there's others where
It
I'm
was
like,
just like a little thing.
Yeah, exactly. So it depends. To me, it depends on the situation. If you're like overweight and it's a health issue, I understand that maybe working out is the healthier way, but you might not have the energy at that weight to even move, or maybe you don't even have the schedule to work out. So
Yeah,
it's a little easier to do the lap band. Now, me, I tell these people, I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever do it. Like I'm not gonna say a little. I'm like in between a lot and little. I don't know what that is. A little bit.
I get it.
I'm a little bit overweight.
Yeah.
I don't feel I'm overweight enough to do that or to put myself through a procedure.
Well,
So I could start eating okay. It'll be a little better for me, beneficial.
yeah. Well, for me, when I was younger, I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. That's cheating. That's cheating. And then the more I try, the more it doesn't change. Like, listen, you've been there. You've seen me change physically when we was going to the gym. I didn't see that change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started seeing the attention shit. I didn't see the change because I still had the gut, and that was what I was gone. But people were saying that it was good. It was leaving and all that other shit. But then I was like, yo, the only thing I would consider doing is probably lipo. I wouldn't do the lap band because I don't want my stomach small and I don't want to go through all that shit where you can't eat after you drink. Like you gotta wait a half hour if you drink something. You gotta wait a half hour if you ate something. I can't do that. The whole I think I'll do lipo just because it'd be like, yo, get rid of this shit, and then I can maintain everything else. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that you're gonna have to do the same thing though, because if you do lipo and you pay all that money, it's gonna be expensive. Yeah. And you didn't cut your stomach or nothing. Your appetite is exactly the same. You eat the same, you're gonna be right back.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm eating the same, but I'm maintaining the weight, right? And you take this shit off. When I start seeing the incline starting to go back, then it's like, okay, so what I'm doing right now is not beneficial to, like, I need to change. You what I'm saying? Where it's like I keep seeing that I'm maintaining. It's like, okay, so at least I'm not going up. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I don't have time. Where hopefully in the future we'll have time, but I asked Skrills like, yo, let's see if we can start going again, just to be, you know, right after work we go and shit. I was gonna hit you up about it.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, but I need like a consistent partner at the gym because
Man, fuck you, Mama Webber.
why not? Nigga, you can't even make it to your own house on time.
Shut your damn mouth.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to come home and do this shit, and I'm like, yo, as soon as I get home, I'm out. Before I started this show today, I was like that on the couch. All right, I gotta start getting ready. Like, I'm a fit. Like, I'm having micro naps and shit. So it's like, yo, you cut that shit out. Like, all right, maybe it'll give me motivation to do shit. You know? Because there's nothing worse than trying to maintain a piece of shit. No, in all honesty. Like, you have a 1993 Honda Civic. They got 80 horsepower. The fucking suspension shot. The seats are fucked up, and it only plays cassette. It don't even play the radio. What? And half of the vents are frozen solid, and you can't get no air in the shit. What? You're telling me that you be like, oh, I gotta put all this work in to get this shit running. But if you had a brand new car, you wouldn't be more motivated to make sure that shit's still perfect. Like if you that Civic, if you park that shit and you bump into the car behind you and in front of you 18 times, like, well, who gives a shit? You get a brand new car, you be like, yo, I don't park in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll park in the back where there's nobody. So that way I don't even want the air of other cars hitting my shit.
I kind of disagree with you. Because I got this old piece of shit. And I've never worked on cars the way I worked on this shit. Because I don't want it to go bad. I don't want to spend money on you. As soon as the light came up for the oil, I changed it. I finally changed it to the right viscosity. I know that word because of you. But like I said, I kind of disagree because the older the shit is, the more you want to maintain it. Like when I had that Tesla, I don't need to do shit to it. This shit is new.
Well, you also rented that shit. But what I'm saying is, like, this car is new
fuck
to you.
You, Mama Webber.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had this car for 12 years already, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be working on it the same way you're working on it now because it's new.
We're about to find out. It's about to happen to me. I got an Audi. I know you know about my Audi. Audi's about that. I'm about to start. I need to change the oil in it before I turn it on. That's going to be my first thing. I think I'm going to start that with my son this weekend.
Good luck.
Get the energy.
Yeah.
Put air in the tires. Make sure everything is okay to turn on. Shoot.
Word. But you know what I'm saying? So to me, I think that's just like the way I see it. It's
We'll
like,
see.
you know, like, don't get me wrong. If I was able to work out and do that shit, I would. Like, that would be my first choice because that shit is expensive. But there'll be times that I'll be looking at them like, oh, fuck it. When I become rich, I'll just drop them. I'll just go do it real quick, come back. The next day, I'll be like, yeah, what I like to have right now is for all you fat sweat hogs. You know what I'm saying? But
Bro,
yeah.
I pay all this money, and it would be my pleasure if I took you with me. I would feel so much better. I feel like shit. Been paying all this money for like a year. Haven't been to the gym once.
You know something, bro?
I finance Planet Fitness.
Well, I was gonna say we going to Jose's and Blink. I was thinking about going back to Blink. Blink is a better gym around Norway. But you have a Planet Fitness by you?
Yeah, it's the only thing. The only gym by here.
It's the only gym. Yeah.
I gotta check. Let me check.
Nah,
I haven't checked for Blink.
What up, normal guy? Normal guy.
Normal guy. What's up, brother? Brother, how you feeling?
No, but you know that. I mean, not for nothing. Gym is gym, and I'll go with you. It just got to be something like we got to go every day.
I told you I've been taking my lunch. Basically.
Yeah.
You saw I met you for lunch.
Oh,
I ain't leave you flat. Usually I would have been late as fuck. But 3 o'clock, I'm out. I'm going to lunch.
Word.
It is what it is. You want it like this? That's okay.
Word. But yeah. So we spoke about that. We spoke about we just spoke about the kids and all that shit. I was listening to these two women. One woman was an ex-porn star. And I don't know who the other woman was, but she was saying, how does it look for male depression? Like, how does that look? And I'm listening to this girl. I'm like, I think that's how you think it looks. Because she's basically like, oh, you know, no one pays attention to men and all this other stuff. So that's why, you know, no one knows what it looks like. But I don't think, like, male sadness is noticeable. Male depression is not detectable. Because being sad and being depressed are two different things. You sad, you get over it. It's like being hurt and being injured. You know what I'm saying? So like being depressed is something that you don't want people to know about. Because now it's gonna make you feel like, shit, if these people know I'm depressed, you're gonna be less of a man. Like you got a disease or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense to the people in the chat, but like that's what it is. It's like, one, we were conditioned that either y'all women don't give a shit about us, or no matter what you think, you're not gonna be able to help us. You can't get good advice from most women.
We definitely feel that way.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in all honesty, because it's not advice. It feels, a lot of the times when women talk to you, it's like they're telling you what to do instead of for listening. And it's like, oh, get over it. You get a lot of get over it from women more than from men. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only time you'll get like, yo, get over it, is if you keep saying the shit to somebody, to the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a dude came up to you, he's like, damn, son, my bad. I hope you get better, man. I hope things get better for you. And every day the nigga at one point was like, yo, my nigga, get over that shit already. You know, day one you get a woman, oh, man up.
You don't know how many times I've heard that.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't tell what male depression looks like. Because we're not allowed to fucking be depressed.
Nope.
We are depressed without being allowed to be depressed, and we got to make sure that you don't know we depressed because we're not supposed to be depressed.
Exactly. You're gonna make fun of us.
Oh, you just gonna undermine it.
Tell us to man up.
Yeah, it's like
that don't bother you.
Yeah, like
man up and get down from that ledge.
Yeah. Who gives a shit? I love that. Who gives a shit if this happened? Like, well, obviously I give a shit because I'm going through it.
And I'm a person.
If they're gonna call it Planet Fitness, they should be at least nice enough to make it feel like they're you're working out on Mars.
You know what's crazy? Daniel, I don't know if you're from New York, but in New York, there's this place. I don't remember who took me. I think it was my best friend, called Mars 2120, I think. Bro, it's exactly what you think. It looks like Mars. Matter of fact, when you get there, you got to take a spaceship. Like, it's a actual spaceship ride. It looks like a spaceship ride, but you know, it's just shaking and shit. It's a spaceship ride, and then once you get off, everything looks like Mars, and then it's a restaurant. You go sit down. It's awesome. I loved it. I only been there once. I want to go back. I need to take my kids. I was given time for Toto to respond. And see, yeah, so I'll give him the mic.
No, I've never been to that shit.
Oh, the Blink is different memberships.
Green and blue?
Yeah, there's like green, blue, and orange. So depending on which, I'm guessing which color, there's
Well,
more locations. So that's why I was asking.
so the location at the gym at the where by the job would be blue.
Or
Because
blue is in the middle, 25.
because green is well, it could be either orange or blue. It's just green, I think, is down further down in the city.
The thing is, blue, orange is. This is why orange is
One
for
location.
one location. So I had to do it only there.
No, yeah, blue is
Blue is certain locations, but it depends, I guess, because it says 95.
because so it's you have two Harlem locations, 116th and 125th Street, Washington Heights. All other Manhattan locations are only available in Blink Green memberships. So I guess the 95 locations are if you're in Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and then the Manhattan is in green.
Well, I'm in New York, so I'm in New Jersey. That's why I was a little confused. I don't know if it's just looking here, the 95, or it's looking over there.
What? Put in the chat in this thing. What's your zip code?
Let me tell everybody, guys, come over. We're having a barbecue.
It's one of the narratives society painted. Men aren't supposed to show emotions, even though they're human, and if they do, they're told they're weak.
Which is incorrect. Which I like. My wife is actually teaching that to my kids. My kids are very different, which we've bumped head a lot because I was raised a certain way, and we haven't been able to use that with my kids because my wife doesn't like that. So we allow them to express themselves. We allow them to have feelings, and it's because of people like me. You know, we weren't allowed to do that, and now we feel we grow up with a couple of problems. I don't know if I'm normal. Everybody has problems. So if you let them express it, you won't have that issue where you don't know how to express yourself, I guess. I guess that's our problem. When you don't express yourself.
Well, you know something? There was somebody that was saying, it was a guy. He goes, people say that men don't know how to show their emotions. What do men normally show? Anger and like the emotions we like anger
and horniness.
Horny, but like also like laughter and and seriousness. Those are emotions. Those are the most emotions we have.
What's that emotion for the alpha? There's a lot of men that.
Well, that's arrogance.
Machismo?
That's self bravado, the machismo and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not an emotion. That's mostly like they said, false bravado, right? So like when I was growing up, and it's crazy because I mentioned this to Krills, but I wanted to say this at one of these shows. When I was growing up, I was a kid. I always had anger issues. I was always mad at something. You know what I'm saying? So that was the emotion I always show, was being mad. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, men don't know how to show that. We do. You just don't. You're not getting the emotions you want.
You ever figured out why? Because I kind of was the same way, so that's why I'm asking. You ever figure out why I was always mad? Was there really a reason? Am I tripping? Because sometimes I say to myself, I'll be tight. Yo, what is it? Am I tripping? Like, is it me? Am I going overboard? Well, not in the moment, because once you mad, it's over.
Yeah. But I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know why I was mad. But I always had anger issues. That's why I couldn't go out nowhere. But it's like, then, growing up, I tried to control the anger, but it didn't always work. I lost, a few jobs with my anger. And then I was watching the George Foreman movie, right? It just came out last week. I was watching it last week, and I'm watching it by myself, and I'm like tearing up because I didn't have his life, but I had the anger issues, right? So me and him, like, he's going through his journey, and I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm going through this similar journey where he grew up and he was mad at everything, always mad, and then he found God, and he lost his anger, but he fed off his anger to do everything. Right, that was his motivator. Right, so when I played sports, my pops would like get mad, and I'll be able to hit the ball, and it'd be like turning up a level or so, my anger and shit. I can picture Show getting mad one day in the truck, like, fuck all y'all, I'm going home. Ain't nobody getting their packages today. Shit, Show wish he could do that. But yeah, so like, and then, my mom, like, I realized, like, my mom passed, and all that anger it wasn't anger anymore. It turned into hate. You know what I'm saying? And then I used that hate at the gym. And that was probably one of the reasons why I kept saying, bro, if I was the person I was however many years ago, you would have liked me a lot better. Remember when I kept saying that shit to you? I said it a couple times on the podcast also. But, so it was like, because I realized, like, yo, I had that hate. And then we start doing the podcast, and specifically, meeting y'all and doing the wrestling shit, and then all the, the comic book shit, and being able to find myself again, right? And going to these shows. By the way, the Celtics just won. Normal guy hit us up with the update. And going to these shows and being myself, and then seeing like, all right, y'all people accept me for who I am. It's like all that hate's gone. So now I have nothing to feed off of. Before I used to feed off the anger. Then I used to feed off the hate, and it's like, that's just like it. I'm genuinely no longer an angry person. I'm no longer like hateful person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm genuinely like at peace, where life right now is just like, hey man, fuck it. Let's do, let's make the most out of shit. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, damn, I don't have that. When I'm like, come on, you fat piece of shit, let's go work out. Or come on, you weak bitch, let's get another set in here. I don't have that no more. It's like,
I think we honestly, and I'm gonna say sound cliche, but the older I'm getting, the more I feel like it. Because when I was younger, this used to drive me crazy. It's like, man, leave me alone. I just wanna live. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I know I got years. Nobody dies at 30. And then one of my friends kicked over at 32. So little by little, everything is starting to change. Back then, nobody died at 30.
Yeah. I'm
not gonna lie, back then, because I used to go back then rules. Now, bro, I've been to about 3 funerals of people that are my age. And I don't want to find out if 30 is the new limit now. So we need I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to stop cliche, because I used to hear it before, and I'm like, shut the hell up. Yeah. I think we need to feed on the fact that we need to live. Yeah. We don't know if food that we're eating is killing us. And because I'm going to talk to you real, the way I am, because I know we're the same way. We're gambling. It's a gamble. Because we're using our body as a scientific instrument. Because we're saying we're going to continue eating the way we eat. And we're going to guess that we're going to live as long as possible. That's what we're saying. With stuff that people are telling us, all the doctors are telling us is unhealthy. Sugar, sugar, everything. Sugar is a big thing.
High processed
High
food.
process. Everything they're telling us is bad. We're gonna gamble and say we're gonna continue to eat that because we don't know that. Well, not that we don't know what you're saying is right, because we've seen it. We've heard of other people die of it. I know an uncle that had diabetes.
Yeah.
My grandfather had a massive heart attack when he was 57. I'm only 20 years away from that. It's just little by little, as I'm getting older, I'm like, I need to, especially me, but I know you don't have kids. And soon enough, I pray that you do. You will. You probably will. Now you probably will, but not soon enough. You know what I mean. You're going to have kids someday.
Yeah. Not in the near future.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. So it might be quick. I've fallen in love in weeks. I asked my wife.
Oh, I've fallen in love in minutes, but you know.
There you go.
It only takes a minute, girl.
A minute and then a mistake.
To fall in love.
A minute and
a
whoop.
Scissor, baby.
And a whoop. That's cool. So you can use the mic if you need to respond. So yeah, bro. It's just looking at the world around me, seeing all these young people dying, especially with famous people, bro. Like I be sending you athlete stuff that I'm like, wow, 32. And she's an Olympian. Shit, I'm a UPS guy. Like, yeah, I get some steps in, but I'm not an Olympian.
Yeah, but some people is when it's their time to go, it's their time to go.
You see, that's another thing that we use as an excuse sometimes, but it's true as well. I agree. It's so I'm 50-50 because I do use it as, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna talk about nobody else. I do use it as an excuse. So when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Okay, but you want to put gasoline on yourself and run through fire and hope you don't catch? Like, that's what you're saying? Like, we understand when it's your time to go, it's time to go. So you're gonna attempt it? Like, today might not be my time to go, but I'm gonna walk on this edge. You know what? We're gonna find out if today's my day. How are we gonna do that? Because I'm gonna walk on this edge. If I fall over, it's my day. If I don't, it wasn't. Like you. So I feel like some people have their day, and then there's people that, oops, like by mistake, rush to it. Not rush to it, but commit a mistake.
They play the game.
Yeah, bro. There's some people that, yeah. Like I know what I know you know what I'm talking about. Like young people on a motorcycle going 150 on the highway. There's people that play that game that get there, it's like you're gonna get there sooner if you keep doing the shit you're doing. Or you might not. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be at home figuring out if it's my day. You're gonna be on your motorcycle. I would rather be at home waiting.
You
just in case.
You claiming your day.
Yeah, exactly. It might not be my day. You're gonna go find out.
yeah, you know.
No.
You playing with this. You playing with the shit.
I don't want to
Listen, I get it, and the thing is, this is why you go to the doctor. You tell them, you know, they do all these tests on you. They say, "Oh, you're perfectly healthy," and then you're like, "Well, you don't know shit." The problem is, I think a lot of the marketing for health is physique. You know, the unhealthiest a bodybuilder is when they're performing on stage. When they have that 0% body fat, that's when they're the most unhealthiest. They have nothing to protect them. If you flick them, they'll get a bruise. There's the fat. You need fat in order to protect you. It's that layer of cushion and shit. Marius Thompson died at 32 or 33, the former Broncos wide receiver. Yeah. Shit. But you know, that's the thing though. It's like, I understand people like, yo, I'm trying to be healthier and And Krill's, you know, he changed his diet. Now he's, you know, trying to go natural with the greens and all the other stuff. And yo, I get all that. And I get vegans like, yo, you know, I want to do vegan because, you know, we're not supposed to eat meat and all this other bullshit. But I also subscribe to the notion of, I think all y'all full of shit.
I know. That's why I said we live on the edge. We're gonna find out if you full of shit.
Yeah,
with my life.
Because you see the Krill sent us a video. This guy's like, oh, I take this flower and it's supposed to help you with your libido and your sex drive and all this and antidepressants, but it doesn't do this to you, it doesn't do that to you and those other shit. It's like, all right, that's cool. And he's like, I've been taking it for 20 years. And you can see in his face that he got, you know, he's happy and shit. But I'm sitting there like, yo, I think you're full of shit, bro. I think you're full of shit.
What are you trying to sell me?
Yeah, because here's the thing, man. This flower has all these things that are inside the antidepressants. But none of the bad shit. What's the bad shit? You named all these things that antidepressants have. That's in this flower. But none of the things that make you go limp. That you know, that prevent you from getting a hard on. The shit that prevents you from committing suicide, the shit that prevents you from getting acid reflux or diarrhea or any of the side effects. You're just saying, look, this has all the good shit that's in the antidepressants and none of the bad shit. What's the bad shit? You can't identify that for me. And also, if this one flower can do, this is why I think they're full of shit, because you had Dr. Roz promoting this cocoa senso bean that if you ate this shit, you lost weight. And then he went to court because he was lying about that shit. And it's like, okay, but this one flower can cure antidepressants. No one in the history of niggerdom has ever seen this flower before, but you've been taking this flower for 20 fucking years, and it has the same properties that are in antidepressants, but no scientist has ever used this flower for fucking antidepressant?
I always wondered that.
You know, like,
stepped outside and said, this flower, can we examine it?
You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing, though. No one has ever went, yo, we're making a drug, and we need all these things for all the antidepressants, but for some reason it's doing this shit. Well, this flower has all that stuff. Well, let's try the flower. So now this drug has the flower in it. So now you don't have any of the side effects. You're going to tell me that I'm going to sit here and believe that all these drug manufacturers are making shit to kill you or to give you halfway shit when all they need to do is milk a flower? I'm sorry. It's cheaper to fucking milk the flower than it is to get all that other shit. And you could charge the same fucking prices.
Oh, I was
You're
going to say,
stupid.
we don't make money off of that.
Yeah, but you stupid if you want me to believe that these motherfuckers are not going to go, well, fuck it, let's plant our own fucking flowers and use this shit. It's cheap. Like, come on. Go to Bangkok, you know, the jungle, fucking Saigon, Korea, whatever. Buy the fucking heroin, bring it in yourself, sell that shit at wholesale prices, 100% pure. Make more money that way. I just watched American Gangster. Come on, Frank Lucas knows what the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's. I find it hard to believe you're the only nigga in the history of niggerdom that found this shit out. And because you said flower, now all of a sudden everybody gotta believe you. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? And he's like, oh, 25 studies. 25 studies in a 20-year span, you've been taking this shit. Get the fuck out my face. Bro, I watched 87 videos on my gimbal. You only did 25 studies in 20 years? I bought the gimbal 2 days ago.
And who do you test this on?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you never see any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never see anybody talk about this shit before. It's always some new shit that these, like, some rich nigga like, oh, you know, for 30 years I've been taking dragon's foot. What the fuck is that? It's a special flower that only gets fucking grown in Uganda, and you got to get it flown in. But everybody should take it. It cures fucking hair loss, shortisms. If you have a hump on your back, it takes it out. It fucking cures cancer and all that other shit. But niggas won't tell you. How do you know?
How the fuck you got to Uganda?
You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you find this shit? You pulled it out your ass. 2, what doctors do you know that fucking told you? What scientists told you that this shit literally does it? You're full of shit. You're full of shit. And I'm sorry. Because I've never in my life.
Ever.
Bro, I can show you all the fucking pills I got over here. All the vitamins I got in this fucking, on this shit. And I showed it plenty of times. I got vitamin D. I got a multivitamin. I got fish oil. I got choline. I got B12, B6. I got magnesium. I got some other shit. I got Byron. All that shit. I've taken them shits for months. And I have not taken them shit for months. And I feel the same fucking way.
It's not, I don't think it's a feel. I think it's like, I'll equate it to a car because I've been equating my body to a car. I feel like not putting the vitamins in, it's like not putting the adhesive to your oil, the Luke oil. Like your car's gonna run fine. It's gonna run fine for 100,000 miles or more. Matter of fact, you might not never realize it, or it's gonna fuck up a lot sooner than if you used it. But you're gonna figure it out by not using it.
Yeah, but you do know that that's all bullshit also.
See? I'm glad you told me that now because I added it in my shit.
No, I mean it's all cash. Some of these cars, if you put oil additives or gas additives, it trips sensors. Because they calibrate these cars to run on their oil. They're tuned to run on those oils. If they wanted you to put that shit in your car, it would tell you to. All of that shit is fucking to make money. Like some of these, like the transmission flush, where they put the shit and you go backwards, it's bad for your car because it can fuck up the O-rings. They don't want you to do that shit. Some like drain and refill your shit.
I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that they sell you on that could fuck up the car, but it's just like, hey, it sounds good. People do it, and we make money off of it.
And that's even bad if you don't do it at the right time. Like, if you do it, buy your car new, and you do it at the certain points that you're supposed to, I think it's 60,000, 100, then it's great. But I heard if you go 150, like my car right now is 150. I don't know if they changed it, but I heard if I change it now, whatever particles was in there that was helping it move smoothly is gonna start slipping.
So here's the thing. The thing with oil, transmission fluid, I don't think sludges up. But the thing with oil is that it lubricates, it cools, and it shit. There was three main factors. It lubricates the parts, it cools down the parts so it doesn't seize,
and it cleans it.
Yeah, and it cleans it. It cleans the debris. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So now engine oil, because of the additives they put in it sludges up. So it turns into some kind of mud. Right? Mm-hmm. So if you don't change that, that's just gonna clog all your shit and you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna have to rebuild your engine. Now with transmission fluid, it has what's called weight to it. They're all like 5W30. You know what I'm saying? So it's a 5 weight oil in the wintertime or when the car is cold. Then when the car heats up, it thickens up to a 30 weight viscosity. So that way now it's like, okay, it's thin enough to get through everything just so that we can get everything moving. And then when the car, heats up and heat makes shit expand, it's thick enough to go through all this other shit. So now it can maintain the shit, right? Mm-hmm. So the transmission fluid, let's say it has a certain thickness, but you never changed it and it lost its thickness. Now you drain it and the things they learn how to move through that thickness. You put in a thicker weight oil, it's going to be harder for that shit to move. You know what I'm saying?
It's used to something, then you come and put this clean, smooth oil, and this shit that been pushing is gonna push through this light oil. Shit, we're slipping.
Yeah, there's sometimes that changing shit fucks it up, but it all depends on how you take care of your car. See, now this your car, like you want to equate it to your body. The way you take care of your car is the way your car is gonna react to it. So if you change certain things and you didn't change it before, it's gonna fuck up. The same way if you always live your life doing this one thing and you change it, you're gonna fuck up.
Yeah, but at the same time, It depends on what it is. Because if you always used to put Walmart oil in your shit, I know it's a myth. Because I've seen a couple of tests of how oil goes through stuff.
Well,
Some oils are better than others.
the sticker. All you need is that sticker on the oil, and it passes the bare minimum requirements for your car to use it.
So any oil would be.
Any oil with the sticker that says certified, it meets the bare minimum requirements. So you can put the cheap oil in there and it meets the bare minimum requirements. So it does the job. The expensive oil has additives that one could either prevent it from sledging up, it could last a little longer, it could help the filter out and all other shit. You know, that's the difference between the oils.
Perfect. That's a perfect example of food. You have oil that you could get by with in your car, and you don't know. You got a new car. You assume, or not assume, I'm going to use this cheaper oil to save money because I got a new car and I should have life. And I don't know. I don't think this oil will take. I don't think this oil is going to damage my car in the long run. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, I'm losing my words.
No, I get you.
Or you could get your new car and start saying, I'm going to start using what I use. I just put Mobile One. I'm going to use, even Mobile One is like middle tier because I know there's others like Pen Oil. That shit was expensive.
Yeah, you got Pennzoil, Mobile One, RTS, Bosch oil. There's Valvoline.
Mm-hmm. Valvoline is the cheapest, I think.
Yeah, and some other shit. It's at STP.
Got you. That's the cheapest too.
Yeah,
those are the ones I used to use. So that's how I equate it to the body. Or you could get a new car, which our body is relatively new. I'm gonna say we're about 10. I'm gonna say we're like a car with 100,000 miles.
Yeah,
we're not old. We still got about 50, 60,000 miles left. And after that, we might be able to, depending on how we take care of it, we might be able to make it to 200 or 300.
Yeah.
So now that you got your car, like, are you gonna start putting, like, we need to start, we're having the discussion, like, we need to start putting Mobile One oil instead of putting this cheap shit, this Walmart shit that doesn't have any additives. I wonder if there's maybe that's the issue with us. We have either we're not informed. Well, I'm not going to speak for you. I'm going to speak for me. I'm not informed as to what is important and where to get it from as food source.
Yo, in this country, I don't think there's a place you could get the food source you want.
Like real, that's what I'm saying. Real shit. Like I need fiber. Yeah. I need, give me broccoli.
Cause you get meat that the chickens and everybody's being fed steroids to make them bigger. Same thing with fruits. Like you see these apples. Bananas are not really this big and yellow. They don't taste that way. They're more tart. They're not as sweet. They alter the bananas to make them taste better. They're seedless grapes. So they genetically alter the grapes and watermelon so there's no seeds in them. There's pesticides that they put in all the other shit to keep the worms and everything out of these vegetables. And they say it's safe for us to eat, which I'm pretty sure you clean the shit off, you'll be all right. Because you haven't, unless you ate something that tasted like ridiculously bad and you got sick from it, I'm pretty sure it's safe. But like I said, it's all the bare minimum. All those stickers that say this shit is good is the bare minimum. It has to pass the bare minimum. It's like when you get your Regent sticker on your diploma. It means you got at least a 55 or higher on all those tests. It doesn't mean that you got a perfect score on all those tests. It means you got a 55 or higher. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing with like the food and shit, I'll equate this to gas. Now, you have sports cars, you have SUVs, you have regular cars, right? We're going to stick with regular cars and sports cars. And by sports cars, I mean cars that have turbos and cars that run the Daytona 500.
Ferraris.
Yeah, because those and regular cars, what we drive. they play a major factor in it. You have the octane in the gas. You have 87, 89, and 93. Right? You know what octane is? The purpose for the numbers?
The rate that your engine burns it?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So the higher the number, the slower the burn of the gas. The reason why you want to have a slower burn of gas is if you're driving a Ferrari or a NASCAR or something like that, is because these engines run ridiculously hot. So there's times where if you put in normal gas on it, the gas will actually start exploding before it gets to the piston because the engine's so hot. So you want to make sure that the gas is going to last long enough to get into the cylinder to blow up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only difference between the ratings and the gas. It's just how long it takes to blow up. When you have a normal car, you sit there like, oh, 91's better than 87. And you do notice that, like, hey, this, the gas doesn't burn as fast. But what's the thing though? Your engine isn't utilizing all that gas because it's not getting as hot as it is. So you put the 87 because it's made to withstand your engine.
Yep, the cap will say it.
You know what I'm saying?
87 only.
Yeah, so sometimes it's like your body will take what it needs to survive. Your body, your body's a perfect trainer. And I honestly think the body is designed to be the perfect machine. Yes, there are some people that destroy their bodies. And, you get the kidney stone and all that shit. But I think that's a mixture of stuff and not just one thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there's people out there that eat candy all day and their teeth are fine. But then there's other people that don't really do nothing, their teeth are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, or people that drink water all the time and all this other shit, but then they got liver problems or kidney problems or high cholesterol and all other shit, And then there's people that drink soda every day and juice and all this other shit, and they're perfectly fine. It's a mixture between activity and what you take. Now, yeah, can you be perfect and eat the healthy shit that everybody says and do all this activity and live perfect? Yes, you can. And then you can still die of a heart attack.
Agreed.
Because your body is not, like, life isn't made of consumption and waste. Right? So it's not like you eat this and then you work out and then you eat it and you waste it. Because you're missing one of the most important parts is the rest. Right? So you can put your shit through so much stuff, but if you eat at the wrong time of the day, you're putting more strain on your heart. If you don't get enough rest, you're straining your body. You're straining your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much shit when it comes to it. It's like, you can afford to do right on one thing and then do what you want on the other. Especially when it's like, there's sleep studies that show when you have lack of sleep, your brain starts getting these, for lack of a better term, it's almost like brain worms, where you start hallucinating or you start like not functioning right and all this other shit. And when you go to sleep, it actually clears that shit out.
So I said, don't drive.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's actual things that's beneficial. Like, sleep has been around. Your body, it 100% needs it. There's still people out here that are convinced that we're not supposed to eat meat when we get our protein from meat. We get our BCAAs from meat. You know what I'm saying?
There are other ways, though.
No, there are other ways, but they're not as potent.
No, they're not.
And then it was like, oh, people like, oh, drink almond milk. It's better for you. But it's not better for the environment. It takes, 5 gallons of water to make almond milk? 1 gallon jug of almond milk? You can't milk an almond. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, oh, don't drink the regular milk. You need the moo cow fuck milk, bro. It's milk that comes from a cow. You're gonna get skim milk for what? Oh, it's healthier. Is it? You can't tell me if milk is healthy or not. But I can tell you sleep 100%. You need it. Look at show. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Listen, man, I don't claim to be an expert on shit, but there's some things that I hear. I'm like, I don't know. I think this is bullshit.
I think that's how we live with a lot of things.
Yeah, people are losing hundreds of pounds eating McDonald's every day.
Hmm?
And they're not dying on a rate that fucking people that work out like crazy.
There's not a lot of studies. That's the thing. There's
Yo,
not millions of studies of putting in people to eat McDonald's and seeing what it does to them.
Yeah, but you know what? There's thousands of studies that show activity is what causes your body to be a certain way, not what you eat. And I say this because of sports athletes. You look at every single football player that once they stop playing football and they blow up to be huge is because what changed? Their activity rate changed. Their eating habits never changed, but their activity rates changed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's proof. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what did they eat? Like shit. Oh, that's why they blew up. No, they blew up because they stopped working out 6 times a day. They stopped burning 20,000 calories a day. You know what I'm saying? They were eating all this food to fuel them. Like, you know, like that's something that people don't realize. You eat what you can. You eat and you burn. You want to lose weight, you eat less than what you burn. So the way your body's eating off of yourself. But it's also difficult because they're like, oh, let's do this. 1 large fry, you can have like 20 baked potatoes. I'm just throwing this shit out there. But if you eat 20 baked potatoes, I don't give a shit how many calories there are. Bro, that gotta go somewhere. 20 baked potatoes in your stomach gotta go somewhere, show. It doesn't disappear. You're giving me numbers now. 20 baked potatoes versus 1 large fry. Give me the large fry. I'm not eating 20 baked potatoes. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna still get fat if you eat all those healthy options.
That's a good example, but I don't think potato. I'm pretty sure you was just being in general, but I don't think potatoes a good example. I heard potatoes bad for you all around. Fried.
Well, baked is the best way, but I'm just saying that because it's like the equivalent to each other.
No, I'm giving.
It's like
I know.
One way is fried and it's supposed to be bad for you, and the other way is at least it's healthier for you. It's like it's still.
There are some.
If you eat, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like it's still whatever the fuck.
Broccoli from the Chinese store. That's the only way I can eat it. But
yeah,
my mother's like, it's not healthy. What do you mean? It's broccoli.
Yeah, with soy sauce and all that other shit. Yeah, soy sauce and all that other shit that's on it. But
MSG.
But not for nothing. You sit there and eat 20 pounds of broccoli. That gotta go somewhere. Like, how many people do we know that eat crazy healthy, but 45 times a day? And it's like, well, you ain't losing shit. Because that activity gotta come in.
What do you suggest for us? Because I don't think we procrastinate. I think we never really speak about that. Like, be realistic. Like, being realistic. Like, what is it gonna take for us to actually change?
Consistency.
Ain't nobody more consistent than you, bro. You here every night.
Yeah, but I mean, bro, I used to do the T25. You know, remember that Body by Jake shit? The Insanity. I used to do the Insanity. And I ate whatever the fuck I want, and I still lost 20 pounds with that shit. It's hard work. I think the more activity we do and we maintain what we got, it's going to work for us. In all honesty, it's either this. You up your activity by a lot or you downgrade your food by a lot. What's more realistic? Finding a way to do more activity is more realistic than not eating.
Maybe the balance of bringing down your intake and increasing.
Yeah. No, but
I do eat a lot sometimes.
No. I hear you. But you know what's crazy? You have a bowl of popcorn, that cup of beer and soda.
That's what I'm saying. Oreos.
And you know why he has all that? Not because he's glutton. He's trying to stay awake. That's the trick. You see me with a bag of chips. I'm not hungry. I'm trying to stay awake. That's a trick.
Hungry.
Now what? No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Like, but what's more realistic? You're gonna be like, I'm not gonna eat this shit. I'm not gonna drink this shit. Then what? I'm just gonna drink this water. Or fuck it, we'll spend an hour a day and go as hard as we can. And your body's gonna be like, okay, because you start weight training, you build muscle, the muscle burning fat the entire day. So you do that, now you're sitting there going, okay, now I got a reason to have all this fuel. And you can see benefits from that. So I was like, oh, I can't eat that. I gotta starve. Yo, just start lifting weights. You ain't gotta look like Arnold. A lot of people have this misconceptions like, the minute I start lifting weights, I'm gonna look like Arnold. No, you're not. There's no way in fuck you're gonna look like Arnold.
It's gonna take you 20 years.
The only way you're gonna look like Arnold is if you eat fucking 50,000 calories a day. You gotta eat to grow. And your body cannot naturally get that big.
That's why most of them, their heart explodes. They've been eating 20 bowls of spaghettis.
Yeah, you got to eat a lot, drink a lot of protein. It takes a lot. You don't get that over there. Trust me, if you got that shit overnight, I would look like Arnold right now.
You would buy a starter pack?
Yeah, I'd have looked like Arnold my entire life. Fuck out of here. All right, Joe, let's get to the explaining to your kids the transsexual shit.
I was gonna ask you when you mentioned it yesterday. I was like, put that on the list, and I want to start off by saying, because you always got to put this out. You don't want no issues.
Yeah,
I have a gay brother, ladies and gentlemen, and he has been gay all his life. He might have not known it because he came out to me when he was, I'm gonna say 15. And I looked at him like, bro, you've been gay all your life. You got us all together for this. Like, we've been you gay. So I want to start off with that. But when I heard you talking about it, and I started to think, like, life is a little more difficult now raising kids because it's so, like, everything has a term.
Yeah.
And then I feel like if you don't oblige with these terms, you get criticized or you get in trouble, which sucks. Which is why I was scared to talk about it, because I don't want to arouse any problems or arouse, I don't even know if I'm using that word right. I don't want to, I don't want nobody to feel offended.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm from the Bronx, as you can see. It says it right there. And in the Bronx, one of the rules was you do whatever the fuck you want. I do whatever the fuck I want. We mind our business. As long as you're not interfering with my shit, I'm not interfering with yours.
Word.
You could be over there selling your dope. I'm not going to be the one, hey, he's selling dope over here. No. You selling your dope over here? Congratulations to you. I'm going to mind my fucking business. I'm going to go to work.
Word.
And that's how I feel with all this transsexuals and stuff like that. I feel like I understand that you feel a certain way. You have an imbalance in your body. You're having an issue. You see that those are all, you hear the keywords. You're having an issue. You feel you're in the wrong body. You feel that you want to change stuff. You feel uncomfortable. I understand that. I applaud you for being brave, for trying to feel a little more comfortable. But, and you also have to remember that I also am a person in turn, and I also have my own stuff, I guess, upbringings. So let me get to the point because I sound like I'm mumbling. What I'm saying is,
No, say what you gotta say, bro.
okay, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna say it this way to be nice. If you want to be, because you're making it so difficult for the way when I'm raising my kids, because I gotta explain this to them and I don't know how to. So it's a little difficult because it's everybody. This whole society is making it difficult because we don't know what's what, and it used to be so fucking simple, and it still is to me because I keep it funky. Like I said, y'all want to cancel me? That's fine. I'm not saying nothing bad. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you want to be a chicken, if you woke up tomorrow and you said you wanted to be a fucking chicken for the rest of your life, from today on, I'm gonna be a chicken. I'm only gonna eat corn. I'm gonna walk on the farm. I'm gonna make the little neck. Who the fuck am I to tell you don't be a chicken? I'm no one. Go be a fucking chicken if you want. But when they ask me what you are, don't fucking force me to say you're a chicken.
You're crazy.
Yeah. Like, don't involve me in your shit. Like, why are you involved? See, this is where the Bronx comes out and it pisses me off. Now you done got me involved in your shit.
I don't give a fuck.
I was minding my business over there, watching you be a fucking chicken. Minding my business. Oh shit, you a chicken. Congratulations to you. And then you came to me. Can you make sure you call me a chicken? Why are you involving me? Like, go be a chicken. Why do you need me to call you a chicken? Like, be free. Go fly.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Why I gotta call you a chicken? That's what pisses me off. Now we gotta call you this. We gotta call you a chicken, and we gotta fucking bring you eggs for you to sit on. And now, on top of that, we gotta tell the other chickens to respect you. This is a chicken now. Respect them. They have the same shit you got now, or even more. The same shit that goes for you, go for them. The chicken is looking at like, how, Sway? You can't do what I do. I put eggs. Can you put eggs? No, not really. So you're not a fucking chicken. But I am. I felt like a chicken. Congratulations.
You're not a chicken, though. You crazy.
Yeah, like, now you want me to tell my kids that you a chicken? Like, how do I explain this? You're making it difficult. And I hope that way of explaining it was a little more, less, fuck, I lost the word. Less
Insulting?
offensive.
Yeah,
yes.
offensive.
I hope that way of explaining it was a little less insulting and offensive. And maybe you get to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You want to go be a chicken, go be a chicken. Now you're involving me. Now I got to explain it to my fucking kids on why you got to be a chicken.
Cause I mean, listen, I don't have kids, but I can. Oh shit, made of rubber.
Who made of rubber?
I thought that was Daniel who said that shit. That was a while ago. My bad. Anyway, I don't have kids, but I can imagine explaining to kids, why is this man a woman? Because he feels like a woman. But what does that? Why does that make him a woman though? And it's like you have to explain someone's feelings. And there's no, it's hard to explain how someone's feeling to a kid that barely knows what facts are.
Right. You opening them up to this view that you might not even agree with.
Yeah,
no
like
offense.
No, like, so the thing is, it's like, yo, it's hard to explain it, but like you gotta respect, like you gotta teach him, like, yo, listen, just because he, as what you see is that he feels like a woman, it's okay for them because there are people out there that feel like that. I feel like that's the only explanation you give a child. Because you can't sit there and like, why is that man a woman? I don't know why that man's a woman.
No, I don't.
But
I don't know how he feels.
he feels like there's something about him that makes him feel like he was born, so he was supposed to be born a woman. And there are other people that are out there like that, and we gotta respect. We can't, like it's like that's what you're gonna see when you're out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's weird because in preparation, as I was watching the video, I'll tell you about the video because I know you want to say something right now.
No, go ahead.
Tell you about the video later.
Oh no, I was gonna say it's over.
No, because I was saying you got to tell them like they feel like a woman. You got to be like it's okay for them to.
I was gonna say I that part of the explanation I never had an issue with because I agree that's the part of the explanation that I most agree with. This person feels uncomfortable. He feels like it's the opposite sex. So instead of continuing to be uncomfortable in a sex that they're not comfortable with and they'll probably be miserable with the rest of their life, they decided to switch over, which is dope. That's brave. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
The issue is when your son asks you, okay, daddy, so is that a woman? Honestly, that's the way I have the issue because especially if I'm next to, let's say we're next to a transsexual and this conversation is happening next to him biologically. And I tell my son, no, this is a man. He can't have kids. He has a dick. Even if he cuts it off, he still can't have kids. This is a man. Do you think this person would be cool enough to be like, I agree with that. That's right. No, I feel like a woman. I'm a woman. But you're not.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part that I disagree with.
Yeah. Like there's some that would agree with, but like the numbers, yeah, they'll get offended by it.
Yeah, like why would you get offended with something you feel like you're a woman? This is your life. Go live your life as a woman. I don't want to have to confuse my son with biology. You're a man. You can't have kids. I want my son to know that. Why are you offended by that?
And see, this is where I would say, for the sake of that argument, let's make a third gender. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you tell your kids, like, is that a woman? No, it's not a woman. This is a transgender.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Male,
where it's like,
transgender.
yeah, because here's the thing. It feels like a woman. It lives its life like a woman. To say it's a man, I can understand them getting disrespected or feeling disrespected. It's like, I spent this whole time and all that to change into a woman because I feel like a woman. I'm not a man. I get it. But because biologically you're not a woman and we can't tell this kid you're a woman because you don't have the fallopian tubes. You don't have the process to make the eggs or to hold the sack of a baby. Like you can't physically give birth. Why wouldn't there be like this is transgender?
Wow. That's again, man. You've been back to back. You've been hitting them in a row. Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, that would be dope. Everybody that switches over, would there have to be a criteria? Well, we do apologize. I'm going to repeat for the people listening on Amazon, listening on YouTube, on Spotify. We are not no experts on this. And we're not transgenders. So we don't know how they feel. We would gladly have one on the show if they ever want to join. I mean, I know there's a couple of wrestlers that maybe we could get some on the show.
Yeah.
But please do not feel like we are experts. We're just having a conversation amongst two men. I just got to put that disclaimer.
No, I hear you.
I don't want to think people are influence people.
Yeah, and this is not a conversation of disrespect. This is a conversation of one, we're asking the question and we're trying to answer the question ourselves. But two, it's like, trying to make sense of something that you can't make sense out of.
Yeah, it's two sides to a seesaw.
Yeah, and also this, like I said, this is someone's feelings. And
but we got feelings too. Like we need to talk. Like How do
Yeah,
we
no,
make
it's
you comfortable and us
dude,
comfortable?
because you notice when people go, what was it, 1447 is when we gained our independence from Great Britain.
Mhm.
So
Correct, coach.
when we turned around and said we no longer want to be a part of England, and we went to war and we segregated ourselves from England, we beat the war, we became Americans, and America became its own country, right?
America.
We wasn't sitting here going, we're not English no more, but we're UK. Like, no. We're America now. We completely changed the name of the country, the citizenship of this country, and everything when we defected, when we migrate, when we left the UK rule, right?
There's a word to that, and it's on the tip of my tongue too.
Yeah. So like logically speaking, you would think it's like, okay, since you're leaving the male gender and you can't be the female gender, you can make your own gender.
Maybe I wonder. That's just why I gave the disclaimer. I wonder if they would even agree to that, because what you're basically saying is, and I just thought about it now. I want to be a chicken. All right. Well, you're not really a chicken, so we're gonna name you a lion. But wait a minute. I don't want to be a lion.
No, but the thing is this, like, think about it. We do it for everything. You have straight heterosexuals, then you have homosexuals, right? So you have people who like the opposite sex, people who like the same sex, and then you have bisexuals. You don't hear bisexuals going, no, I'm straight because I like the opposite sex.
No,
they gladly took the name bi because they want both.
Bisexuals are awesome. You know
what I'm saying?
Open with it.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. It's like homosexuals didn't say, no, we're straight, we just like men. What? Then you're not straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a classification for that. And it's weird. It's like you feel like your gender should have been assigned as a woman at birth. And I get it. Where it's like, okay, but you're not, though. Like, as much as I was like, yo, I'm Puerto Rican. From Puerto Rico, people were like, bro, your blood is from here. Your family used to live here, but you're American. You live in New York. You're from the Bronx. Like, where I was raised is not Puerto Rico. So yes, my culture's from there, and my family's from there, my bloodline's from there, but I'm from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
So it's like, and this is the video I was watching. This family had a kid that since the age of 7 said that he was a boy, but it was born a female. And it said it was a boy. And it calls his younger sister, his sister, and he is the older brother to that girl. And it's a female. The kid was born a girl. And it insists that it's a boy. And the parents took it to experts, and they said, this isn't a phase. This kid really thinks it's a girl. It's a boy. So they changed its name and its legal gender on the birth certificate. Now that it's a 7-year-old transgender. Now listen, I don't know what these people taught this kid.
The parents allowed it?
Yeah, but in my head is like, how did you get to expert? How does a normal person, and I don't mean normal in a derogatory way, I'm talking about how does a normal female and a normal male sit here and say that they're experts on transgender? You would think a transgender person would be an expert on transgender shit. That's like you go to a 19-year-old white girl that lived in Connecticut talking about, I'm an expert in African studies. What? Since when? You know what I'm saying? But they're the experts, and they're saying, oh no, tomboys shit is like, if a boy likes to play with dolls, that's just because their interest is in this, and it's a phase, they grow out of it. This 7-year-old don't know shit about shit. Don't know jack about shit. I would be surprised if this 7-year-old knows that the difference between boys and girls is a vagina and a penis. But
brush his teeth.
but it knows it's a girl. Like, you don't know what a boy is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like you're a boy. You don't know what you are.
You haven't even had your first orgasm, bro.
You haven't lost any of your baby teeth yet.
You haven't had sexual thoughts. Like, how do you know you're a girl? Isn't that how you figure it out?
Yeah.
I'm not attracted to that.
Well, that's how they figure out their sexual orientation and shit. Yeah, but
Right.
I'm like, yo, but in all honesty, what makes you feel like? That's where I sit here and go, if that was my child, we would be having discussions before I say anything. And you will have to live your entire life to be on some, this is how I feel. And every time you say you feel like we're going to have a discussion, why do you feel like a boy? What makes you feel like what specifically is the boy in you? You know what I'm saying?
I do. I don't want to change the subject because I want to get this out real quick. You just made me think about something that's crazy. When you said that's the sexual orientation. Are all transgenders gay?
No. According to the experts, no. What? I think there are some men that transition to women that are still attracted to women.
You see, that's why I had to ask. You
Yeah.
said, nah. That, the way you said it, I felt it as a correction. Nah. Not all transgenders. Like, I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
Not all are like, that's an orientation. You like guys. Like, for real? No. That's why I was like, before I lose this question.
No, yeah.
No, transgenders are gay? Oh, shit just got interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a girl that like girls now, but that's a lesbian. So you are gay. Because now you're a girl that likes girls. Hey, wait a minute. If you want to go that way, you say you're a girl now, right?
Yeah. So that it's crazy because it's like, yo, are you straight because you're a girl that like men?
Yeah, like, shit just got, yo,
Yeah.
I had to cut you off because my brain just went, word, wait a minute.
My man heard me say that and he did the
I was a girl that turned to a guy to date girls. Wait a minute.
the math.
So you gay? You a girl that likes girls? Nah, I'm a guy now. Man, stop playing with me. You gay?
Yo, and you know what the crazy shit is? We mentioned this earlier, where it's like if a guy turns into a girl, they don't have the physical parts to give birth. If a girl turns into a guy, they don't have the physical parts to get an egg fertilized either. It's not just like one way or the other. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not just we're talking about men turning into women. The women turning into men don't have the sexual organs to fucking be the man either.
They show goodbye though.
You know what I'm saying? No, but you know what I'm saying though? It's like y'all don't have a nut sack and sperm to fertilize the egg, and the men don't have the eggs to get fertilized. So yeah, there's a problem there.
I think that's like how I'm explaining to my kids the way you said it. Because you got to explain that. That's the part of that you got to explain the most. It's not, you got to point to somebody and say, this is a transgender. It's explaining that in the future, you're going to meet this. And I'm going to break it down to you. And the way you explain it to them is the way you feel you have to as a parent, I guess. But for me, I'm going to explain it to them like this. If you could have kids, you're a female. If you could stick something in a woman and get her pregnant, you're a male. It's simple.
That's how we was taught.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah.
You got a pointer. If you stick that in something and you get them pregnant, you're a boy. I understand that you might take that off. That's okay. But when you're born, that's going to be my question. When you're born, did you have the stick that you put in the person that makes them pregnant? Yes, I was born with that. Then you're a guy. It's over.
But you know the crazy shit is like I remember the first time on my block there was an openly gay couple. Two guys. They were over the house. We was having a barbecue. My mom was talking to him. And my mom straight out was like, I don't care if you're gay, straight, green, orange, blue, like whatever. It's not my business.
Nope.
As long as you don't touch my kids, we're good.
Yep.
And that's how I learned to accept anybody for anything. It's like across the street from us, we had lesbian couple. And it was always like, yo, she's going out. That's none of my business who you go out with.
I ain't sleeping with her.
Yeah. I mean, she had a badass girlfriend, so I would have, but I'm just saying, it's none of my business. Like, I remember somebody asked me, it's like, yo, if you're walking down the block and coming towards you are two men that hold their hands, would you cross the street? I said, no. He goes, oh, you must be gay. I said, how am I gay? He goes, because you didn't cross the street, you know, it's wrong. I was like, first of all, bro, I don't give a shit what they're doing. As long as they don't fuck with me, I'm good. They could be holding hands, skipping, singing out of the doo-dah. I don't give a shit what the fuck they doing. I'm going to where I'm going.
That's now. I'll be real with you. When it first, there was a time shit changed. And I know you're my age. You're my age. There was a time where it was hidden. And then it started to change into where you saw it occasionally, maybe a commercial or a couple in a show that you watched. It might have been your favorite show, your Saved by the Bell. Oh shit, that's one gay couple. Little by little, there was a time where it went choom, and then everything was perfect. We're here. So you got to remember, right now we're like, I don't care what you are, who you are. But before, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, when I was younger,
see it, when we were younger, to see it,
we would have been like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Like I remember seeing it when we were younger. What the fuck?
It was like, "What the fuck?" But still, it would have been like, "That was crazy," and then keep moving.
None of my business. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing.
But don't get us wrong. Back in the day, there were people that they saw that and they fucked them up.
Oh,
like they were getting fucked up too. Like it wasn't easy being gay back in the day.
Those are the people that make us look bad. That's why they do all the marches and they need all that protection. It's not because of us. If everybody was like us, dude, be you.
Yeah.
Don't bother me. Don't bother my kids. Do you?
That's it.
There's people out there that feel like they have to do something, unfortunately. About another person not feeling comfortable about themselves. Like, what that got to do with you that this person's gay?
Yeah. Yo, you know it's crazy. Daniel over here was saying back in the day it was simple. You had the tomboys, the butch type girls, and all that other shit. And I remember when I was like 15 or something, it was this. We used to hang out with this lesbian. She lived across the street, and she was the boy. You know, back in them days, the couples was usually you had the woman that dressed like a guy, and then they had the girlfriend that would dress like a girl.
The butch. Is that an okay word to use?
Listen, I don't care. We're doing it here.
I'm sorry.
If it's not,
I'm from
it's
the
news
Bronx.
to us.
I don't know if that's an offensive word, but that's what we used to call the male in the couple.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this chick that would dress up like a guy was hot. She just dressed like a guy. And I told her plenty of times, I said, yo, listen, you can get this whenever you want. Because, I was like 15, 16 years old. So I didn't give a fuck. It was like, she laughed too. Shit. Yeah, she laughed too. And I'm like, yo, seriously, I'll beat.
Listen, you ain't tired of doing everything? Being a man is hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Don't you want to be the other one? The one getting taken? I got you.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Once in a while, you be the man for 6 days. Let me be the man for you on Sundays.
the Lord's Day.
Well, man, show me the player. Come on,
you know what I'm
baby.
saying? But it was one of those things. But yeah, it's crazy because you do have to sit there and think about that shit now because everybody now they're making it their damn business.
Damn business.
Yeah, they're like this. In all honesty, I get it with Jordan Peterson, he has the same stances. He was like, "Yo, you want to be a bird, but don't mandate me to call you bird."
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Unless you was biologically born a bird, don't force me to call you a bird or feel offended because I didn't call you a bird. Because I can say I associate as white. From now on, I have good credit. And from now on, I want you to treat me as white.
Yeah.
I'm going into the bank. Sir, you black. No, I'm white. I actually get offended. Stop calling me that. It's like,
yeah,
and no one, weird.
And no one would take you serious.
Word.
It's
like,
crazy. I make that joke all the time. Like, yo, I identify as 6'11", and everybody laughs at me. Like, what the fuck is the problem?
Word. Why y'all laughing? I mean, that's allowed. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, and not to make their claims any less, but it's like, at what point does this shit becomes this? What I was about to say, I want to just make this is where the issue lies. At what point does this become fair for everybody?
Word. Now you got to the point
because it's all one sided.
That's what I was saying. I'm a person too.
I'm allowed to do this, and you're not allowed to do that. Those are the rules. Like, no. Wait. What happened to equality? You know what I'm saying? What happened to equality?
Damn, that's crazy. The way you put it, because if I want equality and I want you to call me a man, and then the other person is like, I want equality, I only want to call you what you was born.
Yeah.
How is it okay for you to be want me to call you something, but you're forcing me to do something I don't want to do? So in turn, you're doing to me what you don't want done to you.
Yeah. And like how do you feel about someone, like, let's say your brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Goes, all right, he officially transitions to being a girl, and he goes up to you, I want you to refer to me as she or he, she or her. No, don't call me he no more.
You know, out of respect for him, that's something, because that's my brother, and out of respect for the love that I have for him, it may be a little different. Like, out of respect for you, you're not going to convince me that you're a girl, ever.
Yeah.
But out of respect for you, I will call you that if it makes you uncomfortable. That's okay. But I'm not telling my kids that.
Auntie such and such.
Yeah, this is your auntie. I'm not, no. This is my brother. Even though the funny thing is, this is why I smile. I love my brother because he's an easygoing gay. He's not one of those. It's like religious people, and I'm sorry to be offensive. There's some religious people that are passive. Are you religious? Yeah, I'm religious. Oh, I'm not religious. All right, brother. You know, Jesus loves you, and walk away. And then there's that religious person.
Yeah,
you sure?
Every word of the Bible.
This verse. Yeah. So it's the same thing.
In the Corinthians 7:70.
Same thing with gay people.
Yeah.
There's some people that are gay. Yeah, I'm gay. And they're calm. And then there's people that are gay. I need you to know I'm gay. Everywhere I go.
Yeah. And there's nothing less than gay.
Word.
Like, if you don't call me gay, then you'd offended me for life, and I can never live. I gotta get you arrested.
What's the highest point here? Okay, let me climb there. I need to tell everybody I'm gay.
Yeah.
Like, yo, fam, calm down.
we could have noticed.
Yeah, like we got it. You gay.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Like, so yeah. Thank God my brother is one of those cool people.
Yeah.
And what I was trying to get to say jokingly, I do call him my sister. I told my mother, because we are 3 boys. And later on in life, I'm like, Mom, I do want to appreciate you because you gave me the sister I always wanted, because I always wanted a sister.
Yeah.
When you have brother, knowing you have 2 brothers, you have a brother.
Yeah.
I don't know if it went the same for you, because some people are scared of girls because they know what they got to deal with. Like a sister, you know, you would have been out there banging and slanging,
Yep.
killing, throwing punches. Everybody would have been dead in the park.
Word.
So yeah, exactly. It's a difference.
Yeah.
So some people might not want to deal with that. But I always wanted a sister. So I don't know if you felt that way. Since it was all boys, I always wanted a little girl to take care of. I do have that now. It's a beautiful feeling. Someday you'll see. If you have a daughter, since you never grew up, you never grew up around it. Like you didn't have a sister, so you don't know the delicacy of having a girl. It's different.
No, yeah, I can imagine.
She's so, daddy, lay down, like I've never had that. I had 3 boys, and those, daddy, lay down, man, they never said that. Fuck out of here. Put me in my crib.
Their mama's boys?
Hell yeah. They either mama's boys or they wasn't as delicate. Put me on the bed. Put me to sleep. Put me in my crib and I'm good. Get out.
That's it.
That was my middle child.
That's it.
Turn off the lights. Get out. My daughter is like, you gotta sing. You gotta lay with me. I gotta play with your hair. Let me put some makeup on you. And then I might fall asleep. It's a process. It's a delicate, beautiful process. And I wish it upon you. Sorry to switch.
No. I get it.
I went through the baby, but back to the gay talk. Yeah, I do call him my sister, and it's cute. So that's what, when you said, would you call her she? I was like, I already did. Like, it would be easy for me because I always joke with him. So
yeah. But
to answer your question, out of respect for him, yeah. Now the question is, would I want to do it for everybody? Out of respect for everybody. Out of respect for you, I don't know you, homie. We from the Bronx.
In all honesty, like, if I'm just walking past you and I'm like, yo, he needs an appointment. I'm a female. My bad.
Fuck,
like, that's the best you getting. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know you. I didn't go out my way to, like, yo, this is what I see. This is what I identify as.
At least you wouldn't get offended, though. Some people would get offended. I'm a female. Man, don't be telling me what to call you. Like, at least you'd be like, my bad. At least you
I mean,
yeah, be whoever you want.
Yeah, like, my bad. Would you expect me to fucking say, there's no sign across your neck?
I'm a chicken. See, that's the madness. That's the madness I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy needs to use the bathroom. I'm a chicken. Okay, so you want me to... Okay, this chicken wants to use the... Do you have a bathroom for... Like, do I have to play along with whatever you decide?
Yeah. And there's no... I'm a chicken. I know you're a human and you don't understand that I'm a chicken, but that don't count. I'm a chicken. You're supposed to fully understand everything.
So it's my fault that I'm
wrong. And you're supposed to know before I told you.
I see how it is. My apologies.
Yeah. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. I'm pretty sure not everybody's like that. You hear me. Every time we speak about a majority or how people classify, it's not everybody. No. You'll find those people that are sit there like, honey, I'm a woman, but, I get you. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But majority of them, it's like, they get offended.
I know.
We've seen it.
Observed.
We've seen it.
It makes everybody else uncomfortable, and it sucks.
It's like
we don't know how to act now. Like, I don't know how to act around. I don't know how to be normal. You just make me be different.
Yeah,
you're different. Like, it's not my fault you're different. I had nothing to do with it.
Yo, first off, the only one that knows you're different is you.
It's you.
The only one that's acting different is you.
Yeah. So go be different. I'm not gonna interfere. I promise you.
Yeah. But then it's like, yo, if you want to integrate yourself in a group, integrate yourself in the group. The group can't change for you. We've been doing this shit for years. And last time I checked, I don't change for nobody.
The Bronx don't change.
Yo, let me tell you something like this. There have been drop dead gorgeous women that I could have had a shot with, and I said I'm not changing for them. Fuck makes you think I'm gonna change for your ass? Let's do that math real quick. Big ass titties, 150s. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that math. And yo, before we go,
we
because
gotta catch up on that chat. That chat is popping. Am I tripping? Is that all?
Well, Daniel was sitting there. I was reading it and I had it up. Yeah, I had it up on the screen. Some of the stuff I read.
But we was grooving.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah. So, I was talking about self confidence.
Oh,
almost lost the word earlier, and I mentioned how I've been going through some shit for almost a year now, year and change, and the shit's like escalating, and it's like, yo, the more you want to come at me, the more people are like, damn, I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm just finding it amusing. It's because when you know who you are, and people come challenge that, they don't got no foundation. You know what I'm saying?
What you saying?
It's like in all honesty, bro. I've had a woman come up to me yesterday. She's new at she's like, yo, listen, I only known you for 2 days, but I can tell you're not what they say you what that person's claiming. I only known you for 2 days, and by the way you speak and the way you interact with us, I can tell that this bitch is lying.
You good? That's been telling you that.
Yeah,
I think you.
I'm not stressed.
Yeah, I'm not worry about it because you know that it might have different outcomes, but
no, you know, it's one of those things. Like it's so amusing to me that I have to let people, like, it's one of those, like, yo, can you believe this shit?
Are you serious?
It's like when you go to the store and they charge you for 3 Big Macs and you got 1 chicken sandwich. Like, it's not gonna kill you, but it's like, can you believe this shit? I gotta tell somebody about this shit.
And
this shit ridiculous.
Okay. They can get away with this shit.
Yeah.
Are they gonna try this again?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. You know, like, it would have been a different story years ago. But now it's like, nah, man, I've been put through the fire. I came out the other side and I'm still me. There's nothing you can say. Yeah, like, there's nothing you can say is going to tarnish who I am. Nope. Not a goddamn thing. And people see it. And you can't be afraid to live who you are.
I've been told you that.
Word.
Like, it's impossible. You got a lot of people. Shit, a lot. Yo, before we go, I don't want to change the subject. I did write a couple. When you saw me looking at my phone, you was talking, and I was writing. I wanted to do this new thing where if something comes in my head, I don't want it to leave, so I write it down.
All right.
And this is a good question, and I honestly wanted to ask you this or talk to you about it, but it's damn. I wanted to talk about it early. I wish I would have gotten here on time because this is another podcast, but I don't want to let it go.
All right, well, let's ask the question. Let's see what's going on.
The question for me, all right, let me read because I wrote it down. All right, and this is what it refers to. When you was talking about, and this is a topic that I'm scared to talk about. Not scared, but I don't really talk about because I don't really impose it on people.
Yeah.
I'm not that type. Like, I would be that type of gay. Like, yes, I'm gay. You don't have to call me Manny. You don't gotta call me a guy. You don't gotta call me he, she.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it uncomfortable. I'm gonna make it to you for as easy as possible.
Ole.
Exactly. So this is a subject where I'm like, I don't know how to approach it, but you spoke about it, so I'm like, I'm gonna ask.
All right.
You was watching the documentary with George Foreman,
Yes.
and you said something that was very interesting to me because I'm a strong believer. So you said his life changed when he found religion.
Yeah.
And a lot of people hide from that. Not hide from that. A lot of people don't believe in that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people feel uncomfortable talking about it as well.
Yeah.
Like me. Like me. So I always wanted to ask you, are you religious? Do you believe? Are you, I know it's like I said, it's a subject that it can be uncomfortable, but not when you're talking to your boys, I think. I think when you just shooting the shit, it's more of, I'll tell you, I'm trying to figure out what my boy, I want to know about my boy.
Yeah. All right. So for the George Foreman movie, he was never religious, even though his mom would pray and all that. He's like, Jesus didn't give us this food. You did. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those. And then his sister, his favorite sister, who always took care of him, was giving birth to her firstborn child. And there was complication. They said we might lose the baby. So Foreman goes into a stairwell and he's crying and he's looking up at the sky. He's like, yo, how are you gonna do this shit to her? Like, you done all this shit to us. We had to do all this shit. And how are you gonna take her baby? If you need to take somebody, take me. And you know, he falls asleep in the lobby. The baby survives. You know, healthy born baby. He has his fight after Ali and he loses. And in the locker room, he hears a voice and he's like, "Who said that? Who said that?" And his cornerman's like, "Nobody said nothing, George. Nobody says that. What's going on?" And he's starting to have like a fit, and he collapses and he has a heart attack and he died for like a couple minutes. And he wakes up and he goes, "Hallelujah, hallelujah! I just found Jesus." He's like Jesus has just came inside my body. Like he's like Jesus is inside me. When he woke up, he's like, I gotta clean myself. Like it was one of those. He
had a religious experience.
He said, "Take me," and Jesus took him. And he said, "Oh shit, now I believe in you, because you my nephew's alive and you taking me." So then he came back to life, and that's when he started devoting himself to God, and he stopped fighting.
Before you answer,
yeah,
there's a lot of people that's how they found religion.
Yeah,
through a traumatic situation where you can't deny it. Like, I was supposed to die. I was supposed to drown, and this board show up out of nowhere. There's a lot of people that I've seen videos like that. Like a bus gets hit into somebody and the bus comes towards, doesn't touch the person. So I understand what you're saying. There's two ways to come, and I wanted to clear that out. I didn't have to wait to die to figure it out or to feel that way.
Yeah.
I always felt like my wife will tell you, I always felt like something always had my back. Even though lately I'm glad I wanted to speak about it, because I know lately it's been a little gone. Because I remember when we first started the show and I was streaming, I had the spirit of like, I'm untouchable. Like, there's nothing can do to block my shit.
Yeah.
And little by little, I guess the devil took it away, or is trying to play with me, because I lost the fire.
Yeah.
But little by little, I'm getting it back. But I just wanted to point out that as I'm living, there was a lot of things that helped me figure out that he was around me. A lot of things that shouldn't have happened that did, or a lot of things that, this shit is gonna go wrong, and then it goes perfect.
Yeah.
Everything goes right, always usually goes right. The way I got my job was funny. It's just, my life has been beautiful, unlike other people. So I really can't deny it. But go ahead.
No,
I just wanted to point that out, because there's two ways. When you said that, I was like, I understand that, because there's two ways to actually realize it. Go ahead.
So for me, I always believed there was something there, but I felt like the Bible was man-made. So it's a bunch of rules, or it's a bunch of stories. somebody said it's the most inspirational book ever written,
Correct.
and that's how people used it to control other people. You know, the religion is not without its scars, especially back in the Renaissance and all that other shit, or the Crusades. But when it came to thinking something's up there, it's all because I want to believe that there's a chance I might see my mother and my uncle again. So, like, when I lost my mom's, I needed to be mad at somebody. So I was mad at whatever took her. But now it's kind of like I would like to have hope that maybe my mom's up there with her brother and her father and her mother and her family that she's been missing for so long since we had her. Now she's with them. So it's kind of like maybe there's another world, spiritual world out there she's comfortable with. You know?
That's awesome. Because as you're going through it, I know you're upset. So you took her from me because you don't know what is going on. You don't know why. I guess from what I learned or what I've taught, everything he does is perfect. So he does stuff for a reason. He might have needed an angel for you. You never know. Like, I always thought about that. I lost my grandfather at 57. And there's plenty of times where I felt like I needed a guardian angel. And that might be my guardian angel. Like, I need you to take care of your grandson. So that you never know. You'll never know, like, what I needed her. I needed her for you.
Yeah.
She already lived her life. She raised you and your son. The funny thing is, now thinking about it, most parents are like that. Like, once their kids are grown and they survived, they got them to the situation, they're happy. Like, I'm good. My kids are good. That's all I need.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying, that you pray that they're there when you get there. And trust me, brother, I don't know. So I'll be real.
Yeah.
That's why I like being real with you, because there's people that'll
blow smoke up your ass.
Yeah. I don't want to blow smoke out your ass because I don't personally know. But from my belief, bro, you good. They're gonna be waiting for you. Matter of fact, that's how it happens. When you walk over to the other side, according to people that have walked over already, because there's some people that have died and come back, their family members are waiting for them, like on the other side. So
yeah, I mean,
that's dope. That it's like, yo, I'm gonna be back with my peoples. Like,
yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah, because you know, I've said this a few times. Like, sometimes the difference between wrong and right and happy and sadness is just the other end of the coin, the other side of the coin. You got to look at things differently sometimes.
I agree.
For a long time, I was like, you took my mother away from me at a time where it's like I felt like I needed her the most. But maybe she prepared me for when she wasn't there.
Hell yeah. You're a lot stronger.
You know, and then it's like, okay, I had what, 20 years with her? 22 years, let's say, give or take. Now she's with, I would love to think she's with her family. Because the thing with, she had cirrhosis of the liver. So the thing with the liver is that sometimes when it gets infected and you start changing your pH level, it makes you hallucinate and shit. It makes you go like crazy. And every time she would have those fits, she would always be calling for her mother and father. You know what I'm saying? So
hopefully
she's there with her.
That'll be those were as soon as she walked over.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, when she died, I was, you know, hanging with my uncle a lot. And, you know, he was teaching me a lot of shit too. And one of the things that he taught me, because I asked him, like, how did you get through when your mom and died? You know, your mom and your dad died. And he's like, I was with family.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
Yeah, and that I'm always trying to hang out with my cousins and the little one now as much
I
as I
see
can.
it. I see it.
Yeah,
You're an incredible cousin. I
yeah,
told you that. I was like, shit, you like a cousin uncle.
yeah, and not for nothing. I see y'all niggas as my family too. You know, the whole knucklehead crew. Like we're all talking. I'm trying to see how y'all doing on a personal level and all that other shit. And the closer we're getting, the easier it is. Because sometimes when you go through shit like that, you either wind up distancing yourself from people, or life makes you distant. So life distances itself from you.
Mm-hmm.
And I pretty much shut down, and life moved on for everyone else. So
You got lost in your sorrows for 10. You got
yeah,
jailed in your sorrows for
yeah.
10 years.
So people moved on in their lives,
And you
and
was
So now it's like, all right, I found people I can relate to when it comes to a passion of mine, and even outside of the passion, we became close friends.
hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that makes it easier also.
It's a beautiful thing. I
Yeah.
told her, well, I don't know about you, but you think you're done making friends by the time you're out of college. Like those are the pockets of areas where you make friends: college, high school, junior high school.
Yeah.
Then you keep those, but it's dope to be able to, as an adult, because it's different to have friends as a kid. You know how we used to act.
Yeah.
Now, as an adult, a normal adult, where we could have conversations like religion,
Yeah.
like serious adult conversations,
And
it is dope.
yeah.
Dope to find friends like that.
And you know what the crazy shit is, bro? It's like I'm not the person I was back in the day. But I'm a way better person than I was when I was going through it. Because I want, like, back in the day, I didn't. It's like, fuck. It would have been a chore to give money to shit. It's like I want to do my own thing. Like, this money I can't have. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like to help people out, to sponsor events and all that shit. To me, that's dope.
It is.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
remember the first time Gigi told us, I was like, shit,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the one thing I don't got. That shit, money, fuck.
Yeah, and meeting other people, and then you meet people that are like you. Like, there's times me and Joe and Kim will be talking, and we'll send each other like videos of somebody have some inspirational shit or something like that, and we'll be like, yo, how you doing? I'm doing all right. Just have normal conversation. I'll hit up people. Like, I remember Pena hurt his neck doing one of the matches. Like, yo, how's your neck doing? And we spoke about it and all that stuff. And it's just to be a genuine person. And is to get to see genuine people back, where it's not a
egotistical
game. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you talk to people and it's like, I'm gonna be nice to you because of such and such. Where it's like,
it's my job to be nice.
Yeah, where it's like, yo, I'm just gonna be me. And if you don't like it, like Cosmin put up a story about somebody commenting on her hair and how it's not original and shit. So I messaged Cosmin and I said, who the fuck is this nigga? Just like that. I was like, who the fuck is this nigga? And she's like, a fan, obviously. So I said, no, I understand that, but what's his name? Because she blacked out his name. She goes, no. I was like, no. You let me know and I'll get my entire crew to end this nigga's life. It's like, y'all niggas, I told her, I said, you think that we don't like this shit? My whole crew is looking for somebody to fucking get at right now. Y'all niggas think yeah, Cosmo was like, nah, it's so good. I was like, all right, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate.
We'll snap his neck.
Yeah, drop the username. Drop the username right now. And I'll put it in the group chat. I'm like, yo, let's get at this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things like, yo, and even though we don't, you're my peoples. You're my peoples.
Even though you don't know it, Miss Cosmic, and
yeah,
I hope you know it's coming from the right spot. We genuinely love you. Don't think it's nothing bad. So you are people's.
Yeah, and when I speak to people, it's always in the Knucklehead name. It's not me personally.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all of us. Like Matt also made the video of him. He got the shirt. Anthony Gamble thanked me when he got his shirt. Mike Lowe, all these people got the, the thing. And I was sitting there, it was like, yo, that's from the Knucklehead Network. We appreciate y'all, and we wanted to show some support to y'all. That's what it is. It's never from me, it's from us. You know what I'm saying?
So appreciate you.
And so it's like that's the shit you start growing. It's like, I don't know when I let it go, but it just became almost like you're gonna keep putting your life on pause for this, or you gonna do something. Yeah,
I think that's what helps a lot of people. You really think the person that you are stuck for would, like, if she was standing next to you, you would get the cocotazo.
Yeah.
Get your ass up.
And you know what, you know what the biggest issue was for me during this time, Joe?
What was it?
It was trying to find acceptance from people that wasn't gonna give me that.
That's great. I don't know about you. Well, I don't want to say you because I don't want you to get offended.
No, say it.
We're old enough to admit we need therapy. We need somebody we could talk to. Like, yo, because all you was looking for was acceptance from a female because you lost your most prominent female in your life.
Yeah.
The one person you go to and will accept you as you are. And that's all you were seeking from people that didn't know what you were going through. So they probably they didn't cherish your broken. I have a broken heart. I'm just looking for this. Wait till my heart mends. If you take care of me, you probably have a great guy at the long run. But right now, I'm just looking for this. And if you would have just been a great dance partner, you probably would have found a great guy. But instead, you didn't know what you had. So you basically took the broken pieces to my heart. It's two pieces. You took the right side and you fucking threw it. And now I only have half a heart.
Yeah. No, and it's true because it's like, I don't care. Like, it's gonna sound weird. Maybe it makes sense, but I don't care what their intentions were. I felt like I was used. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you. Even if it wasn't the intention, me feeling that way, it's not like it's gonna be the same effect as if you was.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, maybe some of them were using me, and other ones just took me for granted. But the outcome's still the same.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like I was putting all this effort in and for nothing.
For free.
Yeah, and at one point it's like, yo, bro, you're dead ass like doing all this shit for someone who, let's be serious, can give a fuck about you. No matter how much justification you can make for them maybe giving 1% of a shit about you, they don't care. Because if they did, they'd be reaching out to you. I had to learn the definition of people caring about me again in order to realize that what I'm doing is some sucker shit. Because in reality, if we're gonna keep it funky, you talk to a nigga that did most of the shit I did, like, nigga, you did some sucker shit. I get it. I get the deeper meaning behind it, but the gist of it all, you was a sucker. And the one thing you never wanted to be in your life was a sucker.
Well, that's a Bronx nigga talking to you. I think I'll be a little more mellow, bro. No, you got used because you was heartbroken. It's understood to me.
Yeah,
Bronx nigga, you a sucker.
Yeah, but that's how I spoke to myself. That's how my mom spoke to me. That's how my uncle, everybody in my family. That's how we spoke to each other. There was no way for bullshit. We didn't have this. When it came down, like, if you really want the truth, I'm not sugarcoating it for you. You know what I'm saying?
I love that way. I love that. I am having issues. I'm not gonna state the person. I am having issues with a certain person because the way I am or my family was, which is the same way as yours, is a little too aggressive for this person.
Yeah.
It's offensive. Like for me, if my breath stinks, like I like that. There's times that I could have something on my nose and you have the confidence to be like, yo, you got something on your nose. Don't make, I would rather you make me feel comfortable for that 1 second.
Yeah.
Than me continue to be uncomfortable for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So there's people that would rather don't tell me. And it's crazy. It's like I lost my track. I fucking lost my train of
No, being aggressive, being straightforward when it comes
exactly.
to not sugarcoating it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This person, if I am the way I am, which is you and I, if my breath stinks, I would want you to tell me your breath stinks. It doesn't offend. That doesn't offend me. That's thank you. You just saved me from walking to a million people with my breath stinks.
Embarrassing myself.
Yes, I appreciate you. There's people that would get offended by that. It's too aggressive for them. Like you explained it, like you would have to be mellow with them. You would have to offer them a piece of gum. You want some gum? I'm about to say you would have to do it a certain different way. And that's the problem I'm having. I like the way I am. I like the way you are. I like that you could tell me my breath stinks. I like that you tell me this. I like that you could help me. Like I don't feel embarrassed by that. I like that you could tell me, yo, you fucking up. Like you could talk to me straight up, yo, you doing this and that. And I won't feel offended because I would know. When either I would know or it's helping me.
Yeah.
So that's the problem I'm having. Like talking to somebody that's not like you. I don't know if you ever had that issue.
No, yeah, I've had it. Cause it's one of those like, yo, you don't understand. That's how a nigga show he cares.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna pull a random nigga over to the side like, yo, my nigga, you fucking up.
Yeah.
But you my boy, and it's like, yo, bro, I don't want to see you go through this. My nigga, you fucking up.
Yeah.
That's how nigga cares. And it's like, oh shit. What's going on? This is serious now. What's happening? What am I doing? Oh, this is like, you know something, not for nothing, told you right. I've been doing this shit, but I don't know what's going on. Well, let's talk then, nigga. Because you can't keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's what it is. Like, because not for nothing, growing up, we didn't have time for that. Because it was like putting a child in the corner. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But when you yell at the child, like, yo, don't do that. And they keep doing it. Don't do that shit. They didn't do it no more.
Nope.
And it's like, why are you hitting them? Because you shouldn't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? And then certain times, like, you know why I hit you? Because of this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That's where the explanation comes in. You know why I hit you? Because you wasn't listening to me, and you shouldn't be doing that because this could happen.
You don't want to get hit?
That's it. We didn't have time for this 10-year process of you not touching the stove.
Sensitivity.
Yeah.
It's going to break my heart.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? My cousin's firstborn on my pop's side. He was a little baby. I think he was like 5, 6 years old. They had a fireplace with the glass in front of it. And he touched it. And he burned himself. And instead of panicking, my aunt, she turned around and said, "Did that fire hurt you?" He's like, "Yeah." And my aunt swung at the fire. It was like, "Bad fire." And he swung at it. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, see, now we hurt the fire back." Yeah, you see? But that's why you don't touch the fire. That's why you don't touch it, because it's hot and it hurts you. You see that? You see how it hurts you? Every time you touch it, it's going to hurt you. You don't want to get hurt, right? No, don't touch it no more. That kid never touch the fire again. She stopped him from crying his eyes out and also told him not to touch the fucking fire.
Word. great way to do it. She sound like an expert.
Oh yeah,
She done that before.
yeah. Shit.
That wasn't the first baby talk.
Oh no.
Yo, I
Nah.
can tell. That's
Yeah.
strategy.
Well, you got to remember, she had 3 kids, and you know she was in me and Victor's life for our whole life, so
She's an expert.
Yeah,
I can tell.
pretty much, pretty much.
Did it burn you? See,
Yeah.
a new parent wouldn't know
Yeah,
that.
and also they grew up in the era in the fucking 60s, 50s, 60s and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time then. It was a different time.
Now I understand.
You know?
I understand the importance of being, well, the different times. Because back in the day, it felt like everybody had both parents.
Yeah, but
As an example.
So I was talking to Papa Yos about this, and he's like, he felt like if he had his son earlier, he would have been a dick. But because he had him around this time, he already did his clubbing and all that stuff. So he feels like now he's able to have the kid. And my mom always told me, he's like, yo, live your life and then have kids later. Because once you have kids, your life is for them. But in all actuality, it's like you live your life because the one thing you learn when you already experience your entire life is patience. And that's what you need to teach these kids. You ever see a young mother holding their baby, the baby's crying like, no, I can't be here. And she's flustered and she's in a rush and she's trying to rush you to do shit because the baby's crying. And then you got the old woman, the baby's crying like, no, it's okay. Take your time. And it's like, I'm sorry the baby's crying. Yeah. I'm sorry the baby's crying and shit like that.
She don't even say sorry, bro. She don't even hear them. If they in the restaurant, she'll order. Yeah, let me get a McDouble. Let me to the fries. You don't hear that? Oh.
No, dude, I was holding my baby cousin, and she starts crying, and I didn't want no baby crying with me. But when she started crying, I was like, oh no, it's okay. And I started bouncing. And bro, not one part about me was on some, oh shit, she's crying. Let me get nervous. Like, nah, we'll figure this out. You with me. It was one of those, you with me. Don't worry about
what
it.
You need.
Yeah,
Binky.
that's it. What you need.
Binky, milk.
Yeah.
You need a blankie. I got you.
And it goes, because it's like, that's the one thing that you need for kids, some kind of maturity and patience. You know? And going back to the situation with the transsexuals and how to deal with that takes a lot of patience.
I know.
Because it's confusing for us. Imagine how confusing this is for the kid.
Word, I'm accepting this as well. Like, let me. I understand that you just switched this thing.
Yeah,
that's not normal to me. You know.
Yeah, and
I'm accepting it.
And the crazy shit is, a lot of people, I don't want that around my kid. And listen, like I said, I'm not an adult. I mean, I'm not a parent. But I always thought exposure early to kids led to exception. Led to acceptance earlier. You know what I'm saying? Because you hide it from the kids, and then they become teenagers, young adults, and they see it, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And now they go to hate it because it's something different.
I don't know. An example.
I don't know. This is just my thing. You the parent here. You tell me.
That's what I was gonna say. As a parent, I do want to give you an example because it goes both ways. You do want to expose them to them so that when they run into it, it's not the first time they ran into it. You expose them to them on your level, on your speed, with your information. This is what it is. This is blah blah blah. Now they don't have to ask nobody else questions when they see it.
Yeah,
they got it from their parents. They understand everything the way you want them to understand it.
Yeah.
I totally forgot what the other half of what
the other half is I don't want my kids seeing that, or I don't want my kids around that.
That's the crazy thing. I remember what I wanted to say because you said it, like hiding them from it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's people that say that, like, yo, I don't want them to see it. And I understand both ways. So, and it's confusing to me because I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But it's like drugs. Like, drugs and kids. It's like getting your kid high young. I'm gonna get you high because I want you to feel how it feels, and I want you never to feel that again. That's basically the strategy that I
Yeah.
feel with the transsexuals. We're gonna overload with information, and I feel like we're overloading them with information. We're opening to it early, and we're praying that they won't. What if they gravitate towards it? Like, I didn't know what gay is, but now that I understand what it is, maybe
Nah,
now that I know that it's an
nah,
option.
now I know I'm gay. Just right.
Exactly. Like, it's also confusing. Listen, like I said, with drugs, listen, I don't want you to do drugs. So I have to tell you about drugs and what you might see out there and peer pressure and when you get to school so that you understand so that you can stay away from it.
Yeah.
But at what point is too soon? Hey, there's this thing that makes you feel woo.
Yeah.
Stay away from it. But maybe I want to try to see what woo is. Like maybe you expose them to it too early.
I mean,
it's confusing.
Most of the shit that I learned about that shit was through seeing it in the street and in the movies.
So that's the shit. And it took us 15 years to learn a lot. And we still turned out, well, I can't speak for you, but we could have turned out to be scumbags if we wanted. We have a heart.
Yeah.
Imagine now, Toe. Imagine if we had the technology that we have now. Before we didn't have nothing and we turned out to be, I don't want to call us scumbags. What can I call us that is, we could have been some shit if we went the other way. Like, what happens now? Like, imagine us with phones being able to search shit up. I didn't know about sex till I was 12.
Yeah.
Like, the first example of somebody kissing a girl and a boy was in junior high school. And they were what? That's junior high school is 10, I think 12.
Yeah, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah. Nowadays, no, 4th grade is 9th, I remember. 5th is 10th. 6th is, so 11, 12, 13. You're a teenager. So I basically learned I didn't even kiss. I saw somebody, it was like a movie. We got all together in a circle. And I'm like, what's going on here? And 2 people were in the middle and they were like, just talking. It was an event. They were waiting for the crowd to get together already. Wow, they kissed. That was crazy back then. Now, everything is twerking. Even a video. Like,
the kids are twerking.
TikTok, twerking. They already shaking ass. They already popping pussy. They at 9. Like, you imagine knowing what popping pussy was when you was 9? I didn't know till I was 16.
Yeah.
Like, everything speeds up. There's kids at 9 that are pregnant. Like, when is too much information? Too much.
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
when do you just let them find out, or you unveil? Like, how do you? Like, it's hard. That's why when you said that topic yesterday, I said write it down. I was like, this is gonna be. It turned out to be a good one. I was like,
oh yeah, I wrote all the topics down right on my sticky notes on the computers. Right here.
I was like, yo, write that down because this is exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
This last couple of sentences, like, I'm so fucking confused. It's too much information. I grew up with no information, and I turned out to be the shit that goes through my head.
Yeah. No, I get you.
If people would know, people would be like, yo, you a nasty motherfucker. And I didn't have no phone. Like, the kids from now, what are they gonna be thinking? They got ass shaking titties. They already know what sex is.
Yeah.
People are pregnant and not. And we got a girl that's a boy that wanted her is not a girl. Now I gotta explain that too.
And then you gotta explain all these false shits where it's like people are saying, oh, when women get older, they lose their value because of this, that, and the third. And it's like, wait a minute, you got a daughter, and your daughter's never gonna lose her value.
Word. You're never gonna lose your value.
It's like how they say that when a woman gets older, she loses her value because of this, and this. I'm sorry. You don't value a woman. If you're basing it off of that, you're not valuing the woman. You're valuing what you need from a woman.
Right.
You're valuing a worker.
You're
looking for You're looking for a resume for an employee. I'm sorry. Like, I was raised to be a decent human being, and I can't sit here and take sides of men versus women or this and that and the value of this. It's like the same way I sit here and go, a 6'1" man, his height doesn't make him the person that he is. It has nothing to do with his personality. It's the same shit as like a woman's age has nothing to do with how she could treat you or how value.
Might treat you better.
They
live longer. They know what they want. I already know what I want, son.
The only time a woman's age should matter is if it's far apart from yours.
Obviously outrageous.
Yeah, in either direction.
Mm-hmm.
If they're too young, bro, you know what you're getting. If they're too old, bro, you know what you're getting. Because then it's the opposite end of the spectrum. You got ones that are trying to figure themselves out, and they're learning the shit. They're not gonna be as mature as you. They're not gonna want what you want in that stage of life. And then you got the other ones that been there, done that, passed it, and they're not gonna give you what you want in their stage of life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, just opposite ends of the spectrum. I told my cousin this. She's 20-something years old, and she was going out with a 30-year-old. And I said, listen, I don't know this nigga. But if he's my age, I know of him.
I know how he thinks.
Do not let this man press you into shit.
Nope.
If you feel like he's tricking you into something, don't do it. And she's like, no, I said, no, I don't care what he told you. But my generation was able to get anything they wanted from a woman over a text message. I lie. I shit you not, show. You know. I shit you not. I fuck women without condoms because they look good. And I convinced them to let me do it. I told her, don't think that you know what's going on because it's a different game with us. It's a different game with us. Y'all not mature enough for a nigga that's like me. He might not have the suaveness, the skill of the game or nothing. He's my age. He lived in that era. Don't let this nigga fool you.
Nope.
And what she told me, and then they broke up, and the reason why they broke up was the same reason. She's like, oh, we had these conversations. The nigga lied. And I was like, I know what that nigga was doing.
Yeah.
I know what that nigga was doing.
That young girl. But there could be some good guys. You know, I get a young girl, I'll treat her good.
I was not questioning if he was a good man or not. But you gonna know.
You'll see it.
Yeah, this is what to look out for.
Yeah, look out for this. If he tries to do this, run. I understand that. I feel that. Because like I could see you with a young girl and you treat her like a queen.
You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, man. You sitting here and you're like, yo, I want a kid. Now me, if I want a kid, I have to have somebody that's going to be a good mother. But most people, most guys, if I'm going to have a kid, it's going to be with a hot chick. You know what I'm saying? And then she's young. She's got her career. She's the start of her life. I don't know how this nigga think, but niggas always, I can manipulate her. get her pregnant. Now she'd be the mother of my child and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some people out there like, oh, she's in the military. She's doing this. She's doing that. She got a good future. Let me lock that shit down.
Hell yeah, she better than these other girls not doing shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Hood rat.
So that's where it's like, nah, man, fuck that. I love you. I'm gonna try to protect you from whatever I can. I'm gonna let you see the signs. Fuck that. Call me an asshole all you want. This is what happens. You don't want a midlife crisis, girl. You don't want to hope she gonna die soon so she can leave me and her will one either. No,
why not?
Yeah.
Come on, Daniel. Why not?
Look, you get
to that pension quickly.
Yo, my mama always said you have fun with the ones you have fun with and let them go. But when you find yourself a good one, you hold on. My mom was not opposed to me fucking around. She just said, don't bring none of them bitches here.
That was the number one rule in a Spanish house.
Yeah, don't bring no whore to my house.
Bring your whores over here.
Yeah.
Because I will let them know.
Have fun, but don't bring no whores here.
The fuck you wearing? Why you showing your breasts, young lady?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, listen, man, that's maybe that could be another topic. I don't know how to discuss it or how to write it down, but
we can write it down. You got your posters.
No, I mean like how to word it. You know what I'm saying? How to word it, but it's like I honestly think that this whole decreasing of value or losing the value or shit, what you bring to the table, what they bring to the table, all that other shit is unnecessary.
Ooh, write it down just like that. I understand, which is the value of women. Does it decrease with age? And you'll understand what you wrote. That is the next topic. We had some good fucking topics today, man. I wish I was on time. We would have did the show a little away because we was half dead asleep, but we woke up. We woke up when the topics got good.
Yeah.
We'll edit out all the parts where we sleeping. Don't tell nobody. Daniel,
now we just looking at our notes.
We
just looking at our notes. Yeah, appreciate you, Danny.
Hell yeah, it's hard to talk to yourself. It's nice to have somebody to conversate with.
And everybody else that was in here that didn't conversate. No.
You ain't gotta talk. We need people to listen.
Yo, listen. You know the rules, and if you don't, you are free to just listen or to participate. We don't mind you doing either one of them. If you participate, we appreciate that. Because like we said, it gives us something to respond to, and it expands our conversation into your topics and all the other shit. And it gives us stuff to, it gives us, the ability to keep going.
Yeah, the conversation.
Yeah,
a lot of conversations that need to be had.
Word. And we get your opinion on it because there's two of us. And there's a lot of y'all, and y'all might have a different opinion on us, and we might be able to say, you know something, he right.
Word. I might teach you something.
Word.
Listen, we feel uncomfortable because of this. That's why I said we need to bring an expert someday.
Word. Mr.
Someday
Loki.
we'll have somebody.
What's going on, Mr. Loki?
You old. Did he say you know? You old.
He's saying you old.
You owe me.
Either that or he's trying to say, yo.
Yo, what's going on, Mr. Loki? I'm just
yo, baby, yo. But yeah, man. So you want to call it a night?
Yeah, we went. I gave you the extra hour.
Yeah.
You know, I usually like to I like to return it.
It's me, Greg. From Facebook? Because I know yesterday was Greg on Facebook.
Greg, what's up, brother? What's
going on, man?
Welcome, sir. You can come as Mr. Loki. You come as Greg.
There you go.
See, we'll remember you. See, we remember.
Nice. Yeah. Shit, remember everybody. But yeah, yo, I do like this discussion, a lot because it keeps everything different. The tone of this show is always different from the other tones.
Hell yeah. This was a crazy one.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah.
But, yo, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good weekend. Enjoy your Cinco de Mayos. your Seso de Mayos, and your Peso de Mayos. It's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace. Yo, tomorrow we're doing a live special comic book show. We're gonna be interviewing a young lady from the UK who wrote her first comic. 4:00 tomorrow afternoon. Be there. Have your questions ready, and it should be fun. Show, you gonna be there? You gonna try? All
I'll
right.
be here.
All right, cool. 4:00. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads